that. Okay,
All
now it's going.
D&D campaign is rated TVMA-LSVEE. It contains strong language, sexual situations, violence, extreme nerdiness, and evil layered characters. It is intended only for mature audiences. Your discretion is advised.
Good thing I'm playing a bard, because I've got songs for days today. I don't know what it is.
Awesome.
Victoria, I'm playing a bard too.
Tonight?
On
Sundays.
Oh, I was like, tonight.
I can't wait. I got songs on songs. I had an album coming out.
Have a good night.
Bye, Warren.
Bye, Warren.
Love your face. Also, is it okay if I use the general TVMA that you gave me for Sundays?
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to ask your permission.
Yeah,
I've been
of
running
course.
it just because I know it's Maverick and
Yeah,
I wanted
of
to make
course.
sure that was there.
And when you get to a point where you're like, oh, I have something that might make it cute for Equilibrium, tell me and I'll just record you another one.
Yay, okay.
All right.
Because it
I'll
took us a
have
little
to
bit to pick one.
It's supposed to be wholesome and fun. We'll see.
Ha,
Yes.
that
There's
sounds
this-
ridiculous.
I know.
Oh, maybe we make it the opposite of a TVMA warning.
Yeah.
Ha!
Well,
Wholesome
know, though.
content. Yeah, warning. Yeah.
It might get wholesomely explicit though.
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Definitely. That'd be interesting.
What was it? Adult Swim that had the like, we'll be right back after this commercial break, but they did it in like hardcore metal.
Oh yeah.
What I'm talking about? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have the
Mhm.
perfect, like, super chill song for them for Sundays. I'm just having a hard time not making the video dark and creepy because that's all I usually do is dark.
That's your
and creepy.
aesthetic. Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm just like, how do I be nice in this video? We'll be starting soon.
Just think of Pepino riding a pony unicorn.
Oh,
Moment
Moment
into the
of any
sunset.
campaign
Too soon.
ever.
Too
I'll have to
soon.
rewatch that again.
Too soon.
I know, Pepino.
Too soon.
He had to burn
We
him to
barely
ash.
I miss
Julio.
Pepino. He was one of my favorites on the stream, and now he's gone because he
Did
was
you-
always so nice.
Kim, did you see Jules?
I did. I was like, finger
That
guns,
guy's
really.
a Chad, and I love it.
And aviators. He's
Love
gonna
it
flip down
so
his
much.
aviators. Oh my god.
Oh, that was too much.
That guy's a Chad.
He flipped him down with his head at one point. Oh, get out of here!
Yeah. We talked
Really
about
though.
he wants Beans to have like a real personality. So we've already talked about like how I'm supposed to be.
Oh,
Or
you gotta be
being-
Beans.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us here tonight for Kira's long overdue Kira's Lament, episode 71 though. That's pretty dope.
Guys.
That's amazing. I still always count by the very first campaign I streamed for 2.5 years ran until episode 73, and that one sort of like ended so craptastic, like with behind the scenes stuff. So I'm always like, yeah, let's get past that 73. Let's so we're just a couple episodes away, a few episodes away. Gosh, effectively, we had only one session after the crossover. For all intents and purposes, where sort of the crew was able to do some chatting and get some information, and then bamf out of the tower after doing a little, talking with the wizard, the Omega Wizard, and Blueberry and some other things.
I have a thing if you want me to read it. I wrote a thing.
What kind of thing?
A little mini recap. It's only very small.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So it says, after the group leaves the tower, Amari secures the only key for the group to return. Mavriel prepares the magnificent mansion, and Thaxel is given an ultimatum, which she quickly responds with a blatant lie. With the trust lost between Amari and Thaxel, will the group fall apart in Aga's absence? Mavriel gives Amari the gift of a porcelain doll, which gives her a message to accept an invitation. Marcon and Amari spend a interesting evening together. while under the watchful eye of Nathara, the creepy doll.
Still creepy.
Nice. I'm gonna have so much fun with this doll, and especially with Amari's like the way that she handles it. Like, yeah, it's cool. It's my doll.
It's my baby.
Right?
Yep.
I
when the
love
morning, when the morning comes, the group is met at the door by a new face. Is this the invitation the doll predicted?
All right. Perfect. Well, we'll get underway.
That's, of course, one-sided. I'm sorry, because it's on my stream. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to leave anybody out.
That's fine. So I'll set us up with an opening scene here to really get back in the swing of things, and then we'll pick it up from there. Exciting. All right. Morning has come here in the Feywild, but still the starry night persists across the skies here above in the kingdom of Evernight. Small, translucent aquamarine particles of magic drift down through the air like falling snow. The chill in the winter air suits the scene perfectly. Our villains emerge from their otherworldly mansion to find a stranger waiting for them in the doorway of the tower ruins where they set up camp for the night. The stranger, a tall, blue-skinned, dark-haired, winged tiefling, introduces himself as Zircos and states that he's been waiting for them, though expecting another, as he glanced around. Assuring them that he would be their savior for the day, the party readies themselves to delve into the adventure set before them tonight on Keeyanava's Lament. Ooh. All right. So you're that's right. He had his hair pulled back because my hair was disgusting that day. So he was. He's there, is leaning up in the arched doorway. There's no door, of course. It's just a stone doorway in this fallen apart tower. And he's said all that and looks over at all of you. Well, should we be on our way?
Who the fuck are you?
You're right.
Kaylin just pets the doll's hair and says, "Let's go. I'm ready."
Good. Looks at Mark on Zircos. I've been sent to collect you. Are you missing your...
We're not missing anyone.
Ah.
By whom were you sent to collect us?
He looks around, looks at Thaxel. Gosh, what would he be told to respond with? Keeyanava summoned you.
Excuse me, who?
Ooh, you know what? Maeve, roll a history check with advantage because I feel like this is definitely an individual that you would...
Oh, okay.
While she's doing that, Amari will just pet the doll's hair very gently and look to everybody and say, "Nathara said that there was going to be an invitation and to accept it, so let's just accept it."
Who are you talking about?
Nathara, and she'll point at the doll and give it like a little pinch on the cheek.
You gave it a name?
You can visibly see Maeve like rethinking the decision to give you the doll. And that's a 24, Dan.
Ah, okay. All right, so you know this particular individual, Keeyanava, as she is, a champion of a deity, a champion of Akari. She's been here, and you would be familiar with Evernight, with Queen Alindra, and which I think I may have given you some history last time, but I'll resend it to you. Yeah, and you know that while Keeyanava is a champion of the sea goddess Akari, she has always served her friend Queen Alindra. but she's very powerful. She'd be like a CR 28 or something like that. And so it's just one of those people that has attained power. It did not start as that. It started as a nymph, a sea nymph.
Well, I don't understand what she needs with us, but all right. Fine.
I wish Thax was
It's okay,
here.
Marcon.
Thax will... Oh, go ahead, Marcon.
Oh, so Mavriel, you know this guy?
I'm aware of her. Her, right, Dan?
Mhm.
Yep. I'm aware of her. We're
Okay.
not bosom buddies, but I'm sure it's safe enough to go.
Thax will
Find
be
out
like,
what's going on.
ooh, well,
I forget a lot of faces too.
so... I know her. Okay, so she's a badass, and I kind of owe her. She's the reason I have my horse. So, we're gonna go.
Who don't you owe?
I was
Axel?
about to
Oh,
say the
stop.
same.
Who don't you owe?
It's who don't you owe?
I mean, that's only normal for you, considering your history.
Listen, you. We're
Before
going.
you talk to me, pay me.
I'm ready to go. Who's going?
That's so on point.
That's awesome. And she'll start heading out by the door, just kind of moving past Zircos.
Alright.
Mind if I get dolled up real quick? Because I'm pretty sure all my stuff is back in the room.
Nice. Oh. No, of course. Do whatever it is you have to do.
I promise I won't keep you waiting too long, champ. And Marcon's going to tip his head forward and then walk into the back and start gathering his stuff.
Awesome. Okay.
Mari's gonna look at Nathara, her little doll, and like floof her hair a little bit, and then look back to Zircos and say, so how much do you know about us?
Oh, me? Not much. Simply here to fetch. Keeyanava tells me to fetch someone, and so I do it. Would you?
If I asked you to fetch something for me, would you do it?
Depends.
Would you be able to fetch me a small mirror?
Well, we have to stop. We'll be heading to Ellen Banner, so I'm sure we can find a mirror there. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, of course.
Exactly how long is this trip that we're going on?
Jeez. Well, flying, it took me, oh, can you all fly? You have means to fly?
Some of us.
Sorry, what?
Can. Depends
Yeah, I
on
can-
how long.
I can make a nightmare. Marcon would have been back by now.
Okay.
Yeah, I can make a nightmare.
I don't fly,
Ah,
but I'm sure you could fetch me a carpet.
we'll walk. Probably take about, I don't know. Looks up at the sun. 6 hours if we're walking.
Oh, that's not bad.
Nah, just a hike. We'll show you safely through the forest here.
So what can you tell us about this place?
I don't know what is there to tell. Is everyone ready? He glances around. Anybody not ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, Marcon's ready. Yeah, he got all that stuff now.
Okay, cool.
He was in like trousers.
Nice, nice.
Because
looks
we were
like-
just
Yeah, good. Yeah, that's
we
awesome.
were just starting to eat breakfast, so
That's fantastic. All right, let's see. Right. Well, I'll tell you what I can on the way, he says to Kaylin. I got to get used to saying that. All right. Okay. And he starts a sturdy pace, and you know Thaxel's already like ready to go. She summons her horse anyway to ride in style. And actually, he'll probably summon a steed. Do you all have steeds at least?
No.
Right on the back of mine, Amari.
Good.
She'll climb up, cradling her doll between herself and. Well, is she sitting behind Marcon or in front?
Yeah, you're sitting behind me. Yeah.
She'll cradle the doll behind, wrap one arm around his waist with her, and the other arm she's holding. Well, actually, she'll tuck the doll into her blouse in between her inner cleavage, and then just like wrap both her arms around Marcon.
Nice.
I'm so glad I have plate armor on. Oh,
nice.
so creepy.
Wait, I thought you were wearing trousers.
I was, and then I had to go get dressed.
Oh, it's amazing. All right, and you find yourself trekking through very magical forest here in the Feywild, leaving the ruined tower behind. Maeve, you have a steed?
No, we're not on the plane of existence.
Right.
But, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
He reaches his hand out. All right, you can ride with me. We can get there faster. Maybe 4 hours on steed.
All right.
Pulls you up. All right, here we go. Don't get any ideas.
So tell me, Zircos, how long have you been an errand boy?
I've served Akari for about 14 years now. Under Keeyanava for 10 of those.
And always on this plane?
No, I am a bit of an errand. Errand boy. Yes, I get sent here and there to collect individuals, collect goods, stop individuals, intercept goods, little of everything.
Was she looking for all of us, or just, and she'll glance back at Daxel, some of us?
Just the lizard folk, but figured that you would all want to be warded, or at least updated on the danger you're in case the lizard folk did not do so. I don't think any of you are bound by the oath except for her.
That actually does ease my mind a little bit to make sure that it wasn't us.
Yeah, we can, we can ditch her if shit goes bad. I'm just kidding, Daxel. I'm just kidding.
She's
You
tisking
may
on
be
the back.
kidding,
Yeah,
but I'm not.
y'all better not do that to me.
Well, if you want my help, you'll have to pay me first. That's the rules.
I'm working on it. I'm okay.
I can't disagree with that. Yeah, it's actually perfectly reasonable.
Yeah, sure, okay. She continues on. You head through the forest for a bit, and until in the distance you see... oops. Gosh, I feel like I haven't even used Fantasy Grounds as a DM for a hot minute either. Alright, I'm gonna have to resize this image. Oh yeah, I took up the whole of Fantasy Grounds, yikes.
It was pretty.
Yeah, but you go through the forest here. Nope, no, wrong way. Just like that. Bit more of a square image. You come up on a stream in the distance. You've been following a stream for a while, and you see at the head of the stream in the distance through the trees, set with a backdrop of mountains, this ivory white city with waterfalls pouring off of it down at the mouth of the stream. Well, we're almost there. Good. Do you all have any questions before we head in? Anything? Otherwise, I'll give just a quick briefing of what to expect in here, so you don't get yourselves in trouble.
I do have a couple of questions, if it's okay.
Sure. Well, yep. One at a time. Looks over at Kaylin. Dwarf.
Magic. What if, say, I didn't like the way my shoes looked? Would it be all right for me to use magic to clean myself?
Certainly.
Or are there rules against us using magic here?
As long as you're not harming anyone with it, aside from self-defense.
Fair
Reasonable self-defense, mind you.
enough. Fair enough. And do you think it would be possible to maybe give us some etiquette tips so that I don't offend our hostess?
Yeah. Well, based on the deeds that have been reported from... he looks over at Thaxel. The one in debt. I would just ask that, I would advise against any particular evil acts or selfish or criminal acts while in the city.
Of course.
I know
Thank
they're
you.
sometimes required, but not in the city.
Does she prefer like gifts or anything or does she like anything special that we could maybe stop and get her?
She's very matter of fact. She's almost a different level of existence than us. So I don't think that it can't hurt, right? But
Zircos, we're in the Feywild. We're not showing up without a gift.
right. Well,
At least, for those of us who haven't incurred a debt, I know that at least and she looks over at Mavriel, and my friend too, would like to make a good impression.
Yes, Kaylin, and I take it you haven't been to the Feywild very much, but you don't show up without a gift.
Oh,
Ever.
really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm glad I asked then. Yeah.
It's a strange
Oh,
custom.
believe me, that was going to be my first point of order.
I'm trying to figure out why we're giving people gifts, but
Archon,
It's risky.
you are not at home.
fair enough.
We're guests here.
Fair enough.
Unless you would like yourself to be the gift. Because they do
Absolutely not.
No,
enjoy it.
I'd
Well,
like to
and then
object to
and then Marcon like starts grabbing his beard. Well,
that. She'll
for the right
nudge him.
price.
Nudge him.
well, she's always fond of fragrances, especially if they're a bit exotic.
Have you got anything in that the bag of
Look,
tricks yours?
I've got so many things. Let me just see. DM.
What
Do
type
I
of currency
think-
do they take here?
Well, the standard is the prime. It's we do our best to maintain a trade with the prime, so gold, platinum, copper, and such.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
We don't accept electrum now.
Oh, now who does though? I mean, really.
Really?
She'll pull
Exactly.
out the vial from her bag and hold it up and say, I do have this. It's a little bit of, it's kind of fragrant, but it's more a seasoning. And she'll look at Mavriel and say, Manatee. And a friend of mine, it's what's called skunketti seasoning. It has a unique scent, but it's also good for adding flavor to food. Do you think she'd be interested in that?
Oh, no idea.
She'll offer the vial to Mavriel, lean over if she can reach out her hand, and for Mavriel to smell.
She'll kind of look at you and say, is it something so unique that you wouldn't necessarily find it anywhere else?
Oh, yes. This is hard to come by. I've tried to find extra for myself, but it's quite expensive and very rare.
Mavriel will tap her light head and be like, tell me exactly what I'm getting into.
She will look over at Mavriel and then look away, but say to her telepathically, it's actually like seasoning salt that has the glands that produce skunk scent. But it's crystallized and it has the scent, but an amazing flavor with a kick.
Okay. And she can respond, right?
Yes.
Does it do anything magically, or is it just a seasoning?
No, it's just a seasoning.
Well, we have to stop in town, so if there's something you want to pick up as well, we'll have the time. All right. Any other questions?
Not at the moment.
Do you guys typically take the services of outsiders here?
Marcon,
Not frequently.
Mavriel will shoot you a look, like shut your pie hole. Whether or not you see it is up to you.
You can't hurt to ask, but and he'll tuck it away for later.
Kaylin will say to Marcon privately and telepathically, now you have to forgive me because I am not familiar with customs in a lot of places. But consider the situation that Thaxel has once again got us in a fucked up position. I don't think that we're going to really have a choice in helping them or not because it's Thaxel. So I would say don't offer anything extra because we're already fucked.
But Marcon's going to retort, I see what you're saying. I understand. But we didn't incur the debt. She incurred the debt.
Yeah, but because we're with her, we're still fucked.
Yeah, you're probably right. All right, then I won't offer services, especially since we're in indentured servitude right now.
Mavriel will cast message since it's whispering and it's only the two of us, and she'll point at Marcon and say, "The Fae don't lie, but they love their loopholes. Don't get into any contracts without talking to me."
Oh, you'll be the first person I bring it to.
Okay, that was it.
I have questions. Y'all, I don't know why you're not thinking of this. A, will there be booze? B, how long are we going to have to wait?
You are in debt. What do you mean?
You are not in a position to negotiate.
They're not providing us libations.
Listen, if we have to wait, then the least they can do is offer drinks. I'm just saying.
Or you could just pay for it for us since you're also indebted to us.
Very true. You could fuck the drinks. That's true.
I don't have the funds for that.
Don't bring it if you can't pay. If you can't pay the piper, then don't even bring it up because you're gonna have to pay all of us.
There's the city. Let's go, y'all. Zircos, something like. Yes, let's carry on. And you ride off, continuing only another 45 minutes or so until you arrive in the city. And while it does have this ivory shimmer to it, it is more of a rough stone to the buildings. It just has a sheen from a distance when the sun hits it in this image. It's a very large city, clearly a capital city. So Mavriel, you would know that this is Ellen Banner, the capital city of the Kingdom of Evernight. Excuse me. And he kind of guides you through some of the more narrow streets, with smaller buildings. I'm sorry, Marcon, did you have something? No. Okay, sorry. I just want to make sure I didn't step on you. And before stopping in front of one that has the air of a tavern. Yeah, you're all welcome to come in. He looks at Thaxel. You're welcome to have a drink. But I have some quick business here, and then we can carry on.
appropriate. How long do we have?
Well, it'll only take me 10 minutes or so in here, but if we can stretch it up to half an hour, looks at the sun, half an hour's time if you're looking to get something to eat.
Oh, I was looking to shop for additional gifts to add to the pile.
Right, of course. Well, there are a mirror. He looks at Kaylin. Over there, dwarf, you can find a mirror in that shop. Sundry goods. There's a few shops around if you're looking for some arcane components, or we can meet here and say 45 minutes. We'll just make haste when we're ready.
Sounds good.
Okay. He looks at Thaxel. Are you coming in? And anyone joining for a quick drink while I handle business?
I don't see anything wrong with a tiny bit of social lubrication.
Excellent. Drink will be on me then.
Sounds good to me.
Amari will look at Mavriel. Shopping trip?
Shopping trip.
Can I also come with you guys on the shopping trip as well?
You gonna skip on the drinks?
You don't want to keep an eye on our friend?
Our friend that we just met?
Well, them too, but
Oh.
Axel, because somebody's got to watch her. And if you want
Am I on Thaxel duty?
you're just the person for it.
Somebody come get her.
Something you want and you have the coin, then I'll gladly attempt to pick it up for you. With as much discount as I can possibly acquire.
Watch her next time, Marcon.
Okay. I'll watch her this time. But yes, Mavriel, you already picked. Next time, you got to watch her.
That's fine.
So that's completely fine.
If you guys want me to watch her, you'll have to pay me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Unless
I'm
I'm the
no.
one suggesting the activity, then
Yeah.
yeah. Just to be clear.
So Marcon's gonna give Kaylin a undisclosed amount of money that I'm actually going to DM her.
Okay.
Also, I have to DM you to see if I can get certain things. So
Ooh,
depending on where we're at.
nice.
She's going to look at Thaxel and say, if you want us to buy anything, we'll gladly get it for you, provided you give me the coin and a 25% finder's fee. Prepaid.
No thanks. I'm fine.
That's what I thought.
Oh yeah, you knew she wasn't going for that shit.
I'm going to get my drink on, and she's going to walk into the tavern.
I'll be right
Not too
back.
much fun.
Don't worry, I'll make
Oh,
sure she
me
doesn't
never.
fuck anything up.
Nice.
I have a little bit of a social grace, I guess, and then I'll walk in there with her after handing Kaylin the money.
Good luck
Nice.
with that.
Awesome. All right, so you head inside, and let me just bring this up here. Okay. You walk past the swinging sign that says The Falling Leaf. It's an inn and tavern. And you walk inside, and Thaxel runs right over to the bar, and I will have, and she orders like 3 drinks. It's on him. And make it snappy. And he kind of, Marcos kind of gives a nod and turns to Marcos. Zircos turns to you, to Marcon, and says, get yourself a drink, friend. It's on me.
Marcon's gonna be like, "Oh, well met," and he's gonna take a seat, and then look over. Do they have a menu or a board of some kind with the drinks available?
They do.
Like
It's essentially a chalkboard up there with a bunch of locally brewed things, and that's the main deal here at the Falling Leaf. It's a bunch of IPAs and a bunch of locally brewed like lagers and all that local stuff.
Yeah. I think Marcon's gonna have himself the stoutiest stout that they have,
Okay.
We're talking like if they got it like 15+%. That's what Mark wants.
Whoo, nice.
Nice and heavy. But that's it though. He's only gonna have one drink because he has to wash that. So it's gonna be heavy.
All right. Well, there's a gentleman behind the counter. It's a very kindly old male fawn. So humanoid with the antlers and the dots and the button nose and such.
Mr. Tumnus.
Nice. That's awesome.
I did see the Chronicles of Narnia.
It's so great. Scarf on here. Welcome. What can I get you to? And he takes your order, your lager. You're like, oh yes, well, this here, yes, oh, you'll enjoy that. And here, let me give you a sampling tray. He gets a whole sampling tray of like 4 different like hardcore lagers for you. Stouts, rather.
Ooh, I like that. Like a little flight.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Let me know which you wish. These are, of course, on the house, and then we'll get you a proper pint. And you, and Thaxel's like, just sort of giving him clearly looking at his fondness. Like, yeah. I don't know what all that's about, but I'll have, and she orders a couple drinks. You see Zircos walk across the tavern and step up to a table. And he sits down, just pulls out a seat and sits down, talks to the table that would seat like 5, but there's just one individual sitting there. And Evangeline, if you want to tell us what this individual looks like.
Hello. Ta-da.
Surprise!
Hi, everybody. I'm on Tuesdays now.
Oh my god! Oh, that's Melissa's music. Oh my god!
Oh, mama.
I am playing Evangeline. She is an aquatic half-elf pirate blood hunter. She is 5'6" with tan skin that has a subtle blue tinge to it. Light gray eyes, kind of stormy light gray. She has long, mid-length, braided, thick, emerald green hair. And she has a black pirate hat with like a silver skull in the front, and then some things just dangling down for decoration. Got herself a black pirate ankle-length jacket that she likes, and she's got a belt that crosses her chest that has her mutagens on it. And another belt that's got a big old bronze buckle with a pirate ship on it. And got her boots and everything, and she's basically all in black, so.
That's awesome.
Sitting down.
Evangeline, yes. Glad to see you. Oh.
Hi.
Alive. Thriving, it looks like.
For a while. I mean, what are you doing here?
The usual. Picking up goods, running errands,
Oh, always somebody's bitch boy. Well, it's good to see you, though.
Marco's gonna almost choke on his drink if he hears that. Bitch boy.
Hey, lad, over there. Hey, might want to keep a hold of your drink there.
Oh, Marco's gonna look at her, put his mug up, chuckles like, "You want to come hang out over here with us? I guess you seem like a cool person."
Well, that would imply that we were actually acquaintances. Who am I kidding? All right.
He'll stick his gauntlet out and say, "Hey, hello, my name is Marcon. How are you doing today?"
Hi, gentlemen. Don't like the looks of you, but okay. I am Evangeline. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. It's good to hear somebody tell it like it is around here, because I found him to be a bit of a bitch boy myself. No offense. And Marcon's gonna look at him.
Of course.
He kind of put his hand up.
We're old friends. It's all right. Never seen you around here before. Where are you
I've
guys
never been
from?
around here. I'm from everywhere. Not from this plane of existence, but a little bit everywhere on the prime materia. Here and there. What's your game? What do you do?
Well, just came back from sea. stuff.
Oh. From the is there an ocean in the Feywild?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. From the oceans here or in the Prime?
Both.
Oh shit.
I lived in, this is Evernight, my hometown. Why am I going southern?
Nice.
Who's your
The lizard
Lass.
folk.
Lass?
Oh, what?
Lass
Thaxel.
over there.
Come on now, introduce yourself. This is my associate, Thaxel, Evangeline. Since I have to make
I like
all
your
the
jacket.
introductions around here.
Are you buying me a drink too?
Huh.
You don't think that was a little forward there, Thaxel?
Was
I
it?
mean, he said he was gonna buy drinks.
She came
I
out?
figured our bill was covered.
Hey,
Yeah. I do like your
Nothing
jacket.
wrong with
That's
free.
really cool.
nothing wrong with free.
Do you have like an extra jacket like that?
Oh, well, I
Are you asking her for the clothes off her back?
Well, no.
Yeah.
Extra.
Oh.
I don't have extra, but I can find somebody for you.
Yeah, I think I'd like that. I'd like that in my wardrobe. Yeah.
You're a weird bunch.
Zircos
What are
is
you all
like,
here for?
oh, they're here for the same. Well, they've been summoned. As of you, lucky you. Keeyanava wants to see you.
The fuck?
Yeah, I hope it's
I
good.
just got back on land, man. Like, I just got back today. Come on. Can you tell her
Sorry.
to bug off?
Now I know better than to do that.
Yeah, that sounds like a powerful woman.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Sounds like a very powerful woman. She's got you under her thumb. She's got this one under her thumb. I'm just here for the ride.
That better be a lot of money.
And a lot of you make some small talk while I'll jump over to Maeve and Kaylin. Dark Kaylin. Yeah.
Dark Kaylin. Dark Kaylin.
Dark
That's awesome. So the two of you were shopping. Anything in particular, or any shop you want to go in? Or anything?
Yes, we are looking for some. We're looking for some perfume and some massage oil. So we'd like to try and find.
Oh, there's a shop for that. All right, yeah.
Okay, great.
and also, I'm going to be looking for, hopefully in the same massage oil place, I'll be able to find some healing potions and possibly a smith for some armor upgrades.
Excuse me. Okay.
And also potentially a new dagger.
All right. Yep, there is a. I mean, you can smell the smith nearby-ish, so that won't be hard to find. The other shop is definitely has quite a few. It's the sundry shop, has all that stuff. Quite a few needs that fall under those. A few umbrellas.
and some tobacco, please.
Okay, they don't have tobacco per se, but they do have what Nana D has been using, which is sort of a lateral to it, much less addictive.
Even if there's
much
some that
healthier.
has a little wacky to it, I don't care.
Oh, they definitely have that here as well.
Yeah,
yeah.
Kaylin would definitely want some halfling weed,
Okay, perfect.
if
Yep.
possible, or dwarven weed even.
Oh
Since
my
she's
gosh.
Since she's very stout.
That's awesome. Yeah. Okay.
Possibly
Know why you're paying for it, Caitlin? You know you can get it for free. Remember?
Oh, that's
Remember?
right. Yes.
I mean, you can. I mean, every high is a little bit different, but
Well, I mean, if there's something that you can, well, I never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
What would you like in return?
oh, that is just for fun.
Oh, well, I'm looking forward to fun.
Okay.
And she'll pet Nathara's Hera to say, you know what, I really love this doll. She reminds me so much of my old friend. And yeah, so I named her after Nathara.
There's no
How
mouth on it
sweet.
currently. It's just sealed over.
Have you seen this friend recently, or has it been a long time?
face will go kind of stoic, and she'll say, It's been a little more than a decade, but I'm sure she's fine. Everything's fine.
Oh, sure. Decade's like, oh, yeah, a decade is a long time, I guess.
We were. Well, I can trust you. I can trust you with my secret. Nathara, and she'll like stroke the doll's hair. I met her in this place that I grew up in, you could say.
Mm-hmm.
And she was there like me, and she wasn't really that healthy. And one day she didn't come back from the treatment, she says, with this really awkward look on her face.
Right.
But she was my first friend. And I think it's only right that I share this with you, because you're the closest thing to a friend that I've had since.
I'm so sorry. Is there any indication of where she might be or what happened?
No, I thought I saw her one night, but it was probably just a dream.
Was she like you? The reason you aren't able to find her is because she's not wanting to be found?
I don't know. We never talked about it. We just talked about what it would be like to be free. So.
Well, I hope, if it's what you desire, I can be of service to finding your friend, because as much as I want to be your friend, having more than one friend is a good thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope that what I did back in for you, that your additional family will be safe.
I do appreciate it. Yes. It's just so wasteful once you've gotten them trained, you know?
Oh yeah, I understand that. She looks at you like she really understands.
Well, why don't I tell you a little something so that we're on an even keel? I am a little nervous about this meeting. Only because I grew up in the Sealy court, but I may have switched over to the Unseelie. And it's no big deal. It happens, right? But this place that we're going, this queen, she's a noble amongst the Sealies, so just be prepared.
Well, I'll keep an open line of communication with you in case. Just in case.
I appreciate it.
Of course. And if there's anything I can do to help, you just need to ask.
Just take care of yourself. I already told Marcon, and I'm going to have to tell Taxel. Please. I don't know how much you know about the Fae, but...
Nothing.
We don't lie. But... Actually, Aga would do so well here. Everything is about the intricacies of the language. So loopholes are a favorite thing.
Oh.
So don't make any agreements without truly knowing what you're going to get into.
So be careful of the deals that I make.
Mm-hmm.
Don't share things. Do they have like a special language here?
Oh, well, we speak Sylvan, but I'm sure that there's going to be someone who can speak Common or Elvish or whatever it is that,
I know a few languages. I know how to speak with angels.
Mm.
I know how to speak with druids.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to speak with halflings, obviously.
Obviously.
I know how to speak with most any that understand Undercommon.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll lean in and kind of say in a hushed tone, she'll actually say it in deep speech. I love tentacles. And then she'll say, but I also understand something else, but I haven't quite figured out what it is. There's just random markings sometimes that I see, and I get it, but I don't know what it means.
Interesting. We'll have to look into this further. Well, some of those might be helpful with some individuals, but for the most part, Sylvan is the most common language spoken here. So,
Maybe you can teach me one day.
oh, of course, I think with your tongue, you would do it well, do it justice.
Mm-hmm.
I like to think I do a lot of things well with my tongue.
I mean, Marcon talks.
Does he?
No, of course not. Please.
Oh. She
That would have been funny.
She blushes from head to toe. He's very special kind of individual.
He is.
Nathara
something.
likes him.
Oh, well, that's good.
Mm.
He's pretty straightforward, so I can appreciate that.
He does have a one-track mind, certainly.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
He does.
Yes.
All right. Do you think we can get that very specific massage oil we were just plotting about?
Well, I mean, they would have it, right?
I hope.
Who
I hope.
doesn't like salty nuts and vanillas and caramels together?
Exactly.
All together.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's perfect.
You made the perfect point. I've never had the pleasure of tabaxi balls, but I think if I were, this is a massage oil I would want.
I think it would lend to a unique experience. And you know what would make it even greater is if not only is it like salty tabaxi balls, but like warm or cool, depending on how you rub it in.
Yes. How you apply it? Absolutely.
Yes. Or if you blow on it or maybe lick on it, it might.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, because tabaxi like to lick their balls quite often.
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
it would be unique.
A hint
right?
of vanilla? Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah, just that extra taste.
Perfect.
Yes.
So we're going in to look for some warming/cooling massage oil that tastes like salty vanilla tabaxi balls, and a really nice perfume, and maybe a little gift basket to put our gift in.
Okay. Not a tall order at all. Yeah.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
As close as we can come.
She'll also ask if she has any spare of that special tobacco that she can maybe on the way back have some of, because she's really craving it.
Oh. Yes, mine is more of a, if you remember correctly, it's more of an experience.
Oh, I would love that experience.
Yes, and you can choose for it to be more of just like that tobacco high, so without the downsides of smoking. Isn't it fantastic?
Without smoking?
Yes. I mean, I'm blowing into your face, so there's a little bit of cloud, but...
Well, I mean, as long as you're blowing me, it's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. We'll try without the, but it's hard. It's a hard habit to break.
It is, and I will not be offended if you have to go back.
Okay. Well, we'll try it. But yes, before we get back, I would like to, I think I'm going to need it dealing with Thaxel today.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm here for.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You found, you're in front of now the shop that you're looking for. Doors open, the scents are wafting out. Of course, there's everything. There's some leathers in here, over to scented goods and some healing potions. It sort of has everything that you would find in the adventurer's gear section in the player's handbook, as well as some unique things such as perfumes. There is seems to be just one gentleman inside, manning the shop. Looks to be not quite human. Might be mistaken for human, if not for the ears that almost look like fish-like, and that they have like fish scales and they're closed over. You don't instead, but even the skin color is sort of like a mocha color, so very human-esque. Just it's a couple of features. There's some of the ridges on the sides of the nose. Well, hello. How can I help you two today?
Oh, we're doing a bit of gift shopping
that's
and personal
lovely.
shopping. Yes.
Oh, well, who are you doing the shopping for?
Oh, we're visiting someone, and we just need two things, and then I believe my dear friend here has quite the list that she needs to get through.
Well, I can help you with that.
Perfect. So first we need a perfume, something that isn't very common, something that's a little bit unique.
Oh, all right. Well, we've got quite a selection here. What are you looking for? Something that's more on the sweet side, or more on the savory?
What do you think, Kaylin?
Yes, definitely. And while they're shopping, I am going to have Kaylin spend a considerable amount of effort watching the way he moves and like the mannerisms, and kind of paying really close attention to the accent and stuff.
Okay.
Yes, we need both sweet and savory, and like in one, and possibly like a warming and or cooling effect to it. If you were to rub it on someone, you could blow on it and it'll get warm or cool, or lick on it and it gets.
Well,
yes,
this is still
on
top
top of the perfume. No.
Oh,
so we need the perfume, and then we need massage
oil.
Right. Oh, I have a terrible memory, don't you know?
Sorry, no, it's okay. It was our fault. We're very excited about these gifts.
Yes.
Right. Oh.
It's a themed basket, so.
Well, let me take you over to the section with our colognes and perfumes. And shows you the section.
Perfect.
We've got some musky stuff here too, if that suits your needs. But as far as exotic, well, I just these came in from across the Fey up in the desert of Tosa. Definitely, I think it's some cactus flower they use. Here, smell that. And it's well, because it's a Fey, everything has a little more of a magical effect. But you there's a sweet, succulent, almost like a melon type scent to it. But it does carry these notes that just make you think of the desert as well.
How much is that?
Well, that one's just 3 gold, and it's a good sized vial. It'll last you, if applied once a day, it'd probably last you like 5 or 6 months.
Do you also have that in soap?
Oh, no, but I suppose I'm a bit of an alchemist, and I suppose I could make something into soap, but it might be a little more expensive for my time to figure that out.
Well, I really like soap as well. One must make sure that they're caring for themselves.
Of course. Well, I'll see if I can get to work on that. If you want to look over here for your lotions. And he walks you back along a couple aisles down, and this is clearly like there's sex toys, there's lotions, there's all the things. There's like the satyr dildos.
Yeah, well,
that are,
now I'm gonna buy some stuff.
Now we're gonna buy some dildos.
Yeah, they're like horse-sized dildos. Also,
Okay,
you
yeah.
name it, there's everything.
Is there a tentacle dildo?
There
Just
is,
asking
absolutely.
For a friend.
Yep, tentacle. Yep, there's some foreign one that looks sort of like a tentacle that lays eggs at the end of it.
Is there a sex swing? I know I'm not there.
Oh, nice, but you feel Markon asking. There's quite a bit of stuff. Yeah, they have, I mean, it's a good selection. It's like 4 aisles worth of it's a pretty big shop in this building. So you're easily able to find warming and cooling massage oil. Well, just take a look around here while I get to work on the soap.
Oh, sure.
She's
gonna look at Mavril and grab like the fastest anybody has ever grabbed anything. The first decently sized tentacle dildo and say, "I have to have this."
Squeeze the bottom of that one and it gets bigger.
It just says what?
It gets
And
you
she's
just
gonna
squeeze the
squeeze
bottom.
it?
And you do, and it just like magically, it's sort of like an air pump thing, but it's magic. So so it goes up to a certain size, and then you can bring it back down. You just hold it in, and it goes back to this original size.
I love it so
good.
much. She's gonna look at you, Mavril. Please, can I have it? Please,
Of course.
can I have it?
Dan,
Yeah.
are the prices on there? Like, how much do I need to spend to get like a decent haul? Like 100 gold, 500 gold? Like, what am I dropping?
I mean,
here?
if you really wanted to be able to say at any point, I take this out, it would probably be 100 gold. But if you're just looking for like a decent haul, probably 30. But if you want to be able to just be like, oh, I got this at that shop at any point the rest of the campaign, it'd be 100 gold.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, I know what I'm going to spend. Go ahead.
Is it possible? She's gonna look at him and say,
He stops. Oh,
"Is it
What's that?
possible that perhaps we could work out an arrangement? We travel a lot, and I
Right.
meet a lot of people. If, say, we were to spread word of your interesting," and she'll hold up the tentacle dildo and squeeze the bottom a couple of times.
You can put it over your shoulder at this point. Yeah.
If we spread word about your very amazing shop, do you think that for every customer we garner you, we could possibly get a discount? Or maybe can we come up with this is fair, right? And she'll look at Mavril. This is fair, right?
We are very persuasive.
Very.
I can show you if you want.
Yes. It's glorious.
I've got to have him roll. Jeez.
Double team by Team Chaos.
I rolled a 3. I don't know what that means. I guess he's going to be like, oh, yeah, well, I think I could be persuaded. Sure. Well, what'd you have in mind?
Our Kaylin is gonna lean over to Mavril and just like roll the tentacle back and forth on her shoulder, and she'll. So just so you know, I have a +10 to persuasion. Do you have a higher?
It is pretty high.
All right, you're both like
Yeah.
hardcore now. At the end, this guy's he's sunk.
I was thinking more. Maybe what I'll do is have you do the check, but I'll do the let's see here, persuasion. Yeah, mine's a +15.
Okay, so
that's
go ahead
right.
and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so go ahead and do it. I'll let you do it, but I want to help her with this.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. You can do it with advantage, then. Yeah.
Okay. So we don't even need to cast a spell. Look, I've got so many spells that persuade people to do shit that
Nice.
I think we're on the same level there.
I forgot that I could just talk to them.
Yeah. I'd like to like nod at all the right moments while she's doing this. And,
Nice.
Yeah. I only rolled a 15, so it's a 30. The dirty 30.
That's incredible. What do you want to say to this guy to convince him? Because it's going to work.
try to get the price so much lower, like a lot lower.
So here's what I'm thinking. We will, if you give us a discount now, we'll buy a large selection of items, and then we'll have them as examples of what we can sell. And,
samplers, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And then maybe we'll work out a mailing system. I'm obviously from the Fae, so it's easy for us to get back and forth and make this, an untapped market of the prime material plane.
Oh, don't forget to mention that we're also giving some of these as gifts too.
We are. That's true. So.
All right. Well, of course, we have other goods as well. As long as you're all right sharing the news about all the goods, this is just,
If you want to give us
our sex
samples,
section.
if you want to give us samples, maybe a swing. We
I mean-
like swings.
Granted, this is our best-selling section. That's why it has 4 aisles. But still,
Do you have a swing?
well,
We could show all of our friends and then maybe we could demonstrate it along our journeys. And
we do. That's a bit. Well, it's a bit more expensive, don't you know? It's over there. It just suspends in air.
well, I mean,
You set it up
especially if
anywhere.
we're gonna be setting it up just anywhere. Think of all the people we can send back to you, and how many you could.
Well, that would be
sell.
outside my original quote. That'd be a little more because it's.
Sure.
Let's see. That would probably be like a Monday.
While
night.
he's thinking about that, even though we have this,
Yeah.
I'd like to also cast distort value to make him bring
Okay.
it down as he's studying it.
Okay. Right. So usually sells for about 150 gold, but
Hold
this
on,
is
let
a
me
floor
find it.
model, so maybe we could bring it down to 120, and then I guess if you're looking for a discount, then I suppose we could do
Distort value.
maybe a 25% off everything here today. Since I don't know how well you'll be doing, it would increase the more people you get. Make sure that they reference you when they come in, and then the
you
more
have a
people you
card?
send my way.
Do you have a card?
Kaylin, we're gonna have to make our cards.
Oh, we could do that.
Oh my gosh, like a punch card.
we could really do that. And yes, we could.
I do. Well, here's what I have, and I'll pass out a couple of handful of cards, like 10 apiece. Now, feel free to make your own as long as you keep my logo here. And the store's name, and as you read the store name, it's Kirkby's Sundry Goods.
What was
So-
it one more time?
Kirkby's, KIRKBY''S, Sundry Goods.
So with distort value, if he doesn't succeed on the wisdom DC of 18,
Okay.
or sorry, intelligence investigation, right? The save is an 18.
Mhm.
Then it would be half of the. It would be half. By half with the help of illusory scratches, dents, and other unsightly features.
Okay. All right, so set down to 75 for that, plus discount. It would put it around 55. Make your 25% discount.
Man, it's a steal, literally.
Right, so 55 gold pieces for the swing there, since it's used a little more than I thought.
I don't
and then-
mind use. That's fine. That's fine.
And 75 gold for, if you're ringing everything else up, maybe depending on what you want to go, it'll be 25% off of whatever else you
Okay,
want.
well, Maeve was going to spend like 200 gold worth to get just a plethora of things, and we can figure out what those things are later.
Okay.
But,
Yeah, then it's only 130, and you'd have all the things, including the swing.
And
Oh,
the potions, are there healing potions here?
Oh, right, the healing potions. Right, we do have some healing potions. I have to go get started on this soap, but if you want to come over with me, I'll show you where the healing potions are.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely. It sounds like after this partnership, you're going to need some help in this store. Not us, obviously. We're on the road,
Of
but
course.
sounds like you're going to have to hire
Cool.
some more help.
Well, I'm looking forward then to working together.
She'll look at Mavril and say, "Don't you think this would be right up Thaxel's alley?"
Oh my gosh. We need to definitely get one. Okay, you look at the healing potions, pick a couple out. I'm going to go back and find one specifically that's going to make her blush.
Nice. The name's Kirkby, and he'll hold out a hand. You see some webbing in between the fingers.
Mavriel.
Oh,
Kaylin is my name.
and Keeyan. Oh, what a pleasure. I can honestly say I don't see too many dwarves here in this area. It's quite, I'll definitely remember you. That's
She'll-
interesting.
she'll blink her
Eladrin,
one
for that
eye.
matter. Yes.
She'll blink her one eye,
Nice.
kind of smile.
Awesome. It's funny because Stormfall has been here. They just actually in the kingdom, not really much here in Ellenberg.
Oh, great.
That's amazing.
All right. And so he goes back and gets to work. They do have healing potions. They have the standard and then the next level up.
What is the cost for what? Take two next level ups and one standard.
Okay.
Would you pick up another next level up for me, please?
Yeah.
I'll pay for it. And
All right. Let me put this in. All right. Potion of healing. So one regular for Amari.
And two next level up. Or one regular, two next level ups.
Okay. Two greater healing potions, which are... oh, I see. There's a whole range. All right, let me just roll and see what that would be then. So you know. Oh, that's not bad. 140 gold. It's between 100 and 500, so that's pretty good.
Okay.
So that would be 280 plus the 50. So 330 with a 25% discount. So it would be roughly... He'll drop it down to 250.
Okay.
For the two graders.
All right.
Oops.
so it would be 125 for one for Maeve.
Yes, I'm sorry. Maeve is getting.
But she's getting a grader as well. One grader.
So it was gonna. Yeah, it was around 40, but it'll be. He'll drop yours as 25% off. So he'll put yours at 100.
Okay. So.
Oops. No, I did another for Maury. Oops.
Perfect. I'm subtracting my gold. Oh, I guess I can do it in here.
All right. It's potion. That's done.
And how much are we looking at? What was it? One. How much was it for the other stuff? 130.
Oh yes, but
Yeah.
really, I'll spend 200 worth, even like up to the discount,
get
right?
extras?
So she'll buy more than yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll get it, Kaylin. It's fine.
Oh, okay. All right. If there's any additional, then I'll help with what I can.
Oh, okay. I mean, if there's something specific that you want to have and nobody else can, I mean, not that we're going to be sharing that much, but you know what I mean.
I just don't want to share this, and she'll like rub on the tentacle dildo. This is just for me.
Well, don't forget the
You
belt.
can borrow it.
Yeah.
You can borrow it if you want.
Oh, that's so sweet. Well, I'm sure we'll find some good arrangement for it.
Okay.
Don't forget the belt now. That attaches to that belt over there.
She'll grab the belt and like.
And on the break, I'll work on my list of sex toys that I want.
Perfect. Yes, yes. All right, so arms full of bags that have like things, wobbly bits hanging out and everything else. You've got your healing potion. You got everything you came here for. You make your way back over to the inn and tavern. Marcon, Thaxel, Evangeline, and Zircos, having wrapped up their drinks and their small talk, are exiting the building. All of you walk out and you see Mavriel and Kaylin there with just loaded to the max with their sex toys. And
can I be waving the enormous, like obscene sized dildo that we got for Thaxel, like in the air?
That's awesome.
Thaxel!
Mari's could just put a rubber hand over the tentacle one as it's laying over her shoulder.
That's fantastic.
Like Kaylin is.
I really hope it's rubbery, so it's like flailing everywhere.
Yeah, it has a lot of wiggle.
Yeah.
That's the size of my leg.
Oh, fantastic. And she'll like kind of put it in her face. No charge. We got this for you. It made us think of you. You're going to enjoy it. I'll slap it on the table. I'm sure it has. There you go.
Nice. Oh.
Don't leave that behind. I will be very disappointed.
You like
She
that
slams
one.
back another drink. All right, let's get out of here. She
already
grabs
tried
it
that.
and
What?
goes to walk.
What kind of store did you guys go to?
It was
It was amazing. And she'll look at you, Marcon, and she'll say, I got this special thing that I would like to try the next time we get a chance.
do me a favor. Don't
Yes.
be in the room next to me.
Okay, yeah, all right. Yes. We don't even have to be in a room. It could be anywhere.
Marcon's gonna arch his eyebrows just slightly and say,
Yes.
"We can work out the details later." I got to see what it is.
Nice. Zircos is like, all right.
Who's your friend, Marcon?
Oh,
Who's
this is
that?
Evangeline. She came and hung out with us. She's funny. She totally ripped this guy a new asshole, and it was hilarious. She called him a bitch
Cheers.
boy. I still find it funny.
Well, that's
And,
fun.
and Marcon's gonna finish the rest of his beer.
It's lovely to make your acquaintance. Evangeline, is that correct?
Oh, right, lass. I'm sorry. Evangeline. You can call me Evie.
Oh, Evie.
Nice to
Fantastic.
meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Avriel.
Wonderful. And
Oh, and my friend here, and I'll let Kaylin introduce herself.
She'll look Evie up and down and 2
Hi.
questions.
hi.
Do you like tentacles?
Let's just say I think you got the best one.
Second question. And she'll point at Thexel and she'll say, do you take advice? And she'll say, I'm Kaylin, by the way. And I suggest that before you do anything for this one, that you get paid up front first. And never really just do it out of the kindness of your heart.
Can't disagree with that.
It would inquire that I actually have a heart. So I think we're good there.
Well, it's nice to meet you. And she'll hold up her hand.
Her
Under
hands
this
are gloved.
dwarf's other hand.
She's got gloved hands, gloved black hands.
Ooh.
Nice to meet you.
You
So-
see under Caitlin's other arm this doll that has a look of sheer terror on its face. Porcelain doll, just the face is like the most, like it died of fright.
And she'll say, "Oh, and this is Nathara. She's my friend." And she'll, after she lets go of your hand, she'll stroke the doll's hair. She's a good friend.
Some blood trickles out of its eyes.
They're alive. Like,
Of course she is.
right,
She's my friend.
right. Interesting.
That thing bleeding tears is new.
New.
Has it always done that?
And she'll look at the doll and like wipe at the tears and say, "No, Nathara, it's okay. I'll take care of you."
Oh, no need to worry.
Zircos is like, right, so let's get going. And
Oh, Zircos.
Stop staring.
Let's
I've
have a
seen
little
worse.
fun.
It's all right.
Before we go though, I have to use the ladies' room.
Thaxel, is like, right after I pee. And she turns back and gets up to go
Be
pee.
mine. Be mine.
And that's where we'll take our bio break. We take about a 10-minute bio break and refresh our stuff, and we'll be back. But while we'll have our BRB screen up, we'll keep our audio hot, because we are. Yeah. Okay, catch y'all in about 10 minutes. Yay.
Oh, the dildos.
It's
It's like you guys went to the best shop in town.
Look, I was gonna be really good and get my stuff done very quickly, but the man said there are sex toys, and
I mean,
Hey,
that's
I
all
would have
that
done the
needed.
same thing. That's great.
Toys.
I'm literally a
Doesn't want
chaos
them.
bard. What the fuck am I gonna do? I'm gonna buy 200 gold worth of sex
I
toys.
mean, being on a boat for a really long time, you don't discriminate. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel you there. I'll be right back.
There's nothing wrong
Dildos.
with
We're getting
it.
everything. We're
We
getting
are.
the spectrum.
This is gonna be amazing.
I just told Tasha that I bought her the biggest, wiggliest dildo with a suction cup in all of the Feywild, and then I realized, oh, in game, I didn't buy it for you in real life.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna take the taco.
Okay. I'll see you in a minute.
Sorry about that. I'm back. Okay. Yay, all the backs. What do I need? What do I need? What do I need, horsey toad? What is that? What is that? I need a munchkin outfit. What is this? What are munchkin things? I don't understand what this is. Sorry, Steph. Hi, Kaden. Sorry, Steph. I'm totally turning Dark Kalen into. Sorry, not sorry, Steph. I did ask.
Oh, thanks for the sub, Kaiden. Awesome. 3 months, yeah. Well, doesn't that mean you get your next sub badge, the illithid face with the tentacles?
Dude, I want that one all the time.
Wish they let you choose, like you get access to the newer ones, but then.
Did you see the tentacles Steph made for me? So there's that one.
Oh,
And there are
nice.
2 tentacles. It looks like if you look at it closely, if you know you put one finger inside your other fingers that are circled and just move them back and forth. Or it could be tentacles hugging, your choice.
It's so great.
And then she put tentacles on the blue battle muffin.
Oh, really?
There's the blue battle muffin with tentacles.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then tentacles on my dice. Obviously, there's tentacles.
Yes.
Yes.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Nicely done, Steph.
Steph always does a really good job.
I love those. Those are awesome.
And phrasing. I actually have a phrasing to carry around with everybody.
Really? I love
There
that,
we
Kim.
go. We have phrasing. We need it all the time.
Awesome. I'll shut this off. See who's back. Just 3 of us. Just the 3 of us.
Chibi Thulus. What? There's a Chibi Thulu? Where? Oh, what is that? Oh, it's for octopus. What is this?
Sorry, guys. I was making tea.
No, you're fine. That's right. It's just us. I was like, all right, I'm waiting for another, someone else to come back. Like, nope. It's just us. Okay, in that case, well, we'll jump back in. Right. So,
1 second, I gotta close Sam's window.
oh, sure thing. Take your time. I'll wait for her to come back since she's new and probably don't want to be a part of this next time.
She'll tell Marcon, sorry, I got a little carried away and didn't make it to the smithery.
Marcon's gonna respond back. Oh, don't worry. I'm sure we'll have time to find him outside. Plus, we can just call it a business expense. Or, I can call it that. I don't know. I won't present it to the lady like that because, the whole debt thing with Axel seems to be a running theme around here.
Do you want your change? And she'll hand you the 3 potions. She'll tell you exactly how much she spent, and tell you exactly how much is left over. I spent, with a discount, I got this for $250, and she'll hand him the 1 standard and 2 graders.
Okay.
And she'll say, I have this much left over. Do you want it?
Hold on to it for now. Because you said you got a discount?
Oh, yeah. A pretty big one.
Oh.
She'll just wink.
and Marcon's gonna wink back and say, that could come in handy later. Hold on to the money for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Zircos double checks with everyone. Oh gosh, Evangeline, I'm gonna say that. Ooh, I need to look something up, right? Because you don't have any. There really aren't any spells with. Yeah. Okay, so you don't have a steed, and I think so. Thaxel. Oh, you with the cool coat, Evangeline, right? Evagadogo? No.
Evie. Call me Evie.
Okay, I'm gonna think of a nickname for you, and then I'll
Evie.
call you that.
My nickname is Evie.
Nickname. We'll get it. You can ride with me if you want.
On what?
And you see her utter a spell, and out this oval, like a standing mirror almost in time space, just bends and breaks, and all this black miasma pours out, and then it increases 3 times its size, and a huge nightmare steed comes out, flames off its hooves, and flame for its mane and everything. Oh, here, my horse.
And she'll look over to Evie and say, "Don't forget to charge her for anything before when she."
Oh, shush you!
I'm sorry. Didn't realize that I had my mother here. But anyway,
Nice.
it's the weirdest thing I've ever heard when I've been at sea. Let me just walk beside you for a little bit.
Okay, your loss. But if you change your mind, I'm not waiting for you.
I don't expect you to.
All right. And so the trip to the center of the city begins. It's probably a good 20 minutes 25 minutes if everyone's keeping pace with Evangeline as she's walking by foot. Your allowed entrance into this grand tower palace in the center. And while it's not just one cylindrical tower, it has a number of different facets to it that you proceed through. The highest section, clearly held vertical by some form of magic called engineering. You make your way through. Everything's very regal inside. It's tasteful, and that there's nothing too pretentious in here. Everything has there's a lot of things made from stone. There's a lot of potted plants and other plant life in here as well. As you enter the lowest section of the main tower here, the palace tower, you are met by, for those that haven't seen Keeyanava before, I'll share the image. Keeyanava, she's actually half sylph and half nymph. She floats as though, very gracefully, as though she's just dancing on the air rather than walking on the floor. And she strides over. There is just the gaze in her eyes passes through you, if you dare look at them. And you can feel there's an aura to people that are like really strong. And you feel that in the air. The air gets heavier. There's a different weight to the room. And she strides very noble-like, back up straight, shoulders back. Looking round at each of you, then stopping at Thaxel. I'm glad you heeded my summon. You've lost your comrades? And because Thaxel's not here, she'll just say something sassy about about them. Oh yeah, they all had better things to do. And one of them betrayed us, and that was not cool. And there's just and then another 2 just had to leave for leaving, and then a third one, my best friend, she had some things to go take care of. Yeah. Anyway, I'm here, so that's I'm the best anyway. So, and Keeyanava, yes, And I'm glad you heeded my summons. Do those that travel with you know of the danger that follows you? And she'll look more at them than at Thaxel, knowing not to,
Yeah, she hasn't told us anything, but we have a gift for you.
Oh. She looks over at Mavriel for a moment, knowing that Maeve probably knows the ins and outs. Zircos, you're excused. Please.
We give you the gift of the senses. Taste, touch, scent.
She kind of has that floating presence over. And to accept a gift. Are you holding them out?
Yeah, just holding out. Yeah, it would be. I would have gotten like a little box or something to put them nicely in, so that way they look like a little set. And they include the perfume, the massage oils, and then the Nana D potion. That.
Okay.
She'll hold up she'll point at the vial. She won't hold it up, and she'll say, "This one is very hard to come by. It's what's called skunk eddy seasoning. It's a seasoning that goes good on pretty much everything, but it's hard to come by. Very rare."
She looks over the scent, and you see not only is there a zephyr that blows over your skin, but it has this beautiful fragrance on it already. It's just her presence that kind of washes over. Thank you. She accepts the box and kind of is walking clearly, but again, you just get that feeling that she's like the feet almost don't match the steps as she's sort of gliding over, but having it look like she's walking to a table, and sets it down and just sort of runs her fingers over a few of them, including the skungetti. Turns back to the rest of you. Delightful. Then please.
Wanted to provide an experience.
Rest, and I shall tell you of the danger that pursues you. And she fills everyone in on the basics that she's aware of, that the party had initially spoken to her about, this illithid, that the party had protection in exchange for heeding her summons, and Akari is the one that's providing this shielding so that no one can tell where the party members are. Because Vardock is an illithid, he's connected, he's the lead illithid there that serves just below the Elder Brain back in Shadowgate. Scrying is easy peasy for him, so this is the only way that everyone could be protected.
Can Kaylin ask when the illithid is being spoken of for a description and perhaps a name? And would she be familiar with any of what's being said?
Let's see. So the illithid that you may be aware of does not match. In fact, it's actually Thaxel that will be. Oh yeah, I can tell you. Yeah. So the name is Vardock. He's just a real asshole, and so he's tall and he has dangly bits like the others do, but he has a big gross scar that runs down all the way over his bald head past an eye. It's sort of like you, except all the way back. And
Kaylin will cut her eye. Her eye, I should say.
Nice. Yes, Vardock is the name. Oh, and he's bad though. I watched him do some stuff, and it was not good. Right. So also the who was in the, was it Thaxel that saw in the no, who was it that was riding in a different plane?
Thaxel was the only one that didn't see him.
Oh.
Because that's when Markan,
Damn.
Markan saved her twice from that that night.
Definitely, you recognize that. Yeah, the rest of you would be like, that's the smoky illithid face in the clouds that you saw in that other realm. Yes, the danger to being on a different plane is that the shielding works while on the Prime. However, while here in Evernight, you need not fear.
Can I ask my group when they Because Maeve wasn't there when the smoky thing saw them, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you'd be the only one left in the dark on this, or
Okay.
being filled in now.
And Amari will reach out to, or sorry, Kaylin will reach out to Navriel telepathically and give her version of what she saw and how glorious it was to her.
Okay.
Playing it up more than just what Thaxel said, but you can tell in the description that she thinks it is probably one of the most amazing things she's ever seen. But instead of calling it Fardock, she calls it Peepaw, as if it's some kind of reference to something. But she calls it Peepaw.
Okay. Equals Fardock. Okay.
And she'll also say that Markon saved her life twice that day.
This is not the reason for today's summons, of course, but upon discovering that the original group, she looks at Thaxel, had split in so many directions, and sensed your presence, I thought I should inform the rest of you, since I know. She looks again at Thaxel. Thaxel may not. Whether or not you wish to pursue a similar deal with Akari is up to you, but the matter at hand is different. Today, the matter is not in service to Akari, but I have need of those capable, and I know Thaxel to be capable, and I imagine the rest of you traveling in her circle must be. For my friend, Queen Alindra. We'll pay handsomely, of course.
What is it the Queen needs?
Well, actually, let me think for a second on what part she would know about this. All right, she's been following your pursuits. She actually knows a fair bit of what Thaxel knows. Thaxel has been in both crossovers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm just trying to think what she'd know with Stormfall. All right. Well, I believe this to be a matter that would not only serve my queen, but perhaps you. Actually, she wouldn't know that. Yeah, so scratch that last statement. Well, being capable and looking at Maeve and understanding the nuances of politics here in the Fae. There is a... Oh gosh, where are my notes? Right. The neighboring kingdom of Olengard is seeking to ally with us. We are under attack, as it were. The Fomorians are once again waging war on our kingdom of Evernight. Our neighboring kingdom of Olengard is... Oh, hey, thank you, Zaltaris, for the raid. Yay!
Yay!
And our neighboring kingdom of Olengard is seeking to ally with us. However, Queen Alindra is unsure of their motives. This is a kingdom that, until recently, has, like the rest of the Feywild on our continent, wished to have nothing to do with us. And so she questions their motives. There is a gala set in the kingdom of Olengard with royalty, Alindra, myself, and others invited, in an attempt to sway Alindra to agree to an accord which will solidify this alliance by allowing their forces to enter Evernight to to better protect and serve in the war against the Fomorians. Queen Elindra cares deeply about her people. She cannot accept this alliance without being certain that there are no ill intentions, but also cannot outright deny it without solid evidence that there is something behind it, ulterior motives. And so I would ask that in exchange for funds or items, magically imbued items, or if you have other requests that we can perhaps service, you could use some of your political know-how and maneuvering to quietly, she looks at Thaxel, quietly attend this soiree and seek answers. This calls not for brute force, but for clever minds and tactics.
Well, I can't speak for our new friends, but I believe the rest of us, and she'll kind of look at Thaxel and then the rest of them, could more than likely get that accomplished. I think everyone would have their own separate price, as long as that's agreeable. And we understand that this is a one-time favor, correct?
Yes, indeed. It is at face value. If you are able to prove or refute these concerns, that is what we ask in order for this to be considered a completed mission. Then we shall meet the agreed upon rewards. Evangeline, given your understanding of the seas, as an admiral that will be attending this soiree that is holds a key position in the court of the Queen of Olengard, Queen Emril.
Caitlin's gonna look at Mayvril and
I can't respond to that.
and give her just a gentle smile and a nod, and then she's gonna look back to the woman and gently smooth out Nathara's hair as she cradles the porcelain doll and wipes away any additional bloody tears that may or may not be there.
Wait, what's the price? Or do we set our own?
We'll discuss individually wishes. We will find a price that is acceptable to both parties.
And the only goal for your queen is to sniff out the intent.
Yes.
Could I see if Keeyanava is lying, please?
Yeah, yep. Go ahead, make an insight check.
Thank you.
Can all of us double
Sure,
check?
absolutely. Nice. Was that good or bad?
That was a good, yes, I know. My noises are all over the place.
It looked good, and then I'm like, oh, maybe she's mad.
It was very good. It's a 32.
Oh, damn. Yes, she's being very forthright and not doing any of that maneuvering around the truth. She seems to be very protective of her friend, the queen, and the more she talks about it, the more you gather that Elindra is really between a rock and a hard place here. They need the forces, but she does not want to commit to allowing them into her kingdom. She, unless she needs an answer, she needs to find out without openly blaming or, anything like that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a smart queen. What the? Jesus, you guys. What did you guys get yourselves into?
Kaylin is gonna look over at Thaxel and point at her. It's not us, it's her.
Oh, right. Clearly, you are a wonderful group. Clearly.
Welcome to my everyday.
Yes.
And yet you're over here trying to fuck this dude with a dildo. So, I mean...
Oh, there was no such thing. We were just wiggling it in his face. He's fine.
It has absolutely nothing to do with my dildo.
Nice.
It's mine and...
Can we get drinks? Thaxel asks. Yeah.
I need a pint.
What
I mean, you made the deal with her. You knew it was coming.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I have to like it.
By the way, I was pointing at Marco.
I'm starting to understand that how you accrued so much debt. You just and Marcon's just gonna give an exasperated sigh.
Awesome.
So,
Seems we have to clean up your mess no matter where we go.
so this is a separate deal outside of Thaxel's arrangement, correct? We have
Correct.
nothing to do with what she owes or anything of that nature.
You're simply accomplished adventurers, I imagine, and seem very capable.
Oh, okay, then now we're talking because I did not want to be tied to her for her mistakes.
And she'll kind of give some side eye to Kaylin. I don't believe all of us. Some of us did, but not all of us packed for such an occasion. Will you be providing the appropriate outfits for this kind of thing?
Of course.
Wait, I got...
Can I have one for Nathara too? And she's gonna stroke the doll's hair up.
I really have to dress up.
Oh, actually, she has to do a roll looking at the doll.
Oh shit!
Oh no.
Now she has to do a roll if she's going to say anything. Oh, she got a 1! Yes.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
I'd like to doll her up.
Well, first, we must head to the throne room and consider your prices, and we will go meet Queen Alindra. I have not proposed this idea to her yet. This has been of my own accord. And we will go together.
She's going to, Kaylin is going to look at Evie. And if she allows it, we'll attempt to speak to her telepathically.
You're trying to speak to who?
He's trying to speak to me telepathically.
Yeah.
Oh, Evie. Sorry, gotcha. Okay. Cool.
Will she allow it?
Yeah.
I apologize if it seems I'm being harsh, and please forgive the intrusion. I just don't want you to be caught off guard like I was. I honestly have the best interests of our safety at heart. I hope that it didn't get us on the wrong foot. And when she says that, she'll look pointedly at Evie and offer a gentle smile.
Right. Why don't you kick the lizard woman out? She says in Amari's head.
Kaylin will respond with, sometimes it's better to, well, let me just be honest. She's lost a lot. And despite everything, I still want to keep my eye on her and make sure she doesn't make things worse. Like it or not, we are all now bound to her.
Oh, I don't have that much debt. But All right. I mean, as long as we get paid good money.
Just make sure you ask her to pay you up front before you do anything for her. Otherwise, it's gonna hurt.
Right.
Again, sorry for intruding.
No, you're good. This is a doozy. You're all friends? You don't seem like friends. I like you, okay? I think you and I have an understanding. But, I don't know.
If there's anyone here that I would trust with my life, I would have to say it would be Marcon. And also Mavriel, so long as you don't lie to her.
Sorry.
But as far as Axel goes, well, let's just say I've jumped off many cliffs for her. Or at least put my life in danger more than once. And I just get kicked in the mouth every time.
I mean, sometimes you just got to let somebody fall. And, just leave it at that.
But I gave my word, and that's one thing I don't back down on.
I respect that. We'll just see how it goes. Thank you. A lot of people don't, kind of have a bad reputation around here. Even though I've lived here, so, I, always gone all the time, so thank you for talking.
Of course. I really don't care what other people think about someone. It's more how you treat and I interact. I could care less what other people think. And
Oh, I never said I cared less.
oh no, I'm not saying that that's not what I meant. I just mean that it doesn't matter what anybody says about you. It's about how we interact.
All right. I agree. By the way, are you in, and I'll like side-eye Marcon, I'll try to do it like, you know, the dildo, the swing, and Jesus, Dan.
She'll
I mean, do you all have orgies? But I don't care because
I don't know what an orgy is, but Marcon and I are associates, and you know, beyond that, if you're interested, if he's willing, then I say good luck to you.
Oh, no, that's no.
As far as Mavriel goes, she's amazing, and who knows? Maybe one day I'll be able to experience more than just. But you know, that's neither here nor there.
Oh, you should come out to sea with me. All right, then, let's go.
As far as Axel goes, she's totally indebted, in love with this man who's not bad looking. But he's not bad looking. He's actually a very genuine sort of man, and she's obviously well in love. But you're not bad looking yourself.
I'm sorry, what last?
And she'll just blush a little, wink, and look at Mavriel and say, "Are you ready?"
I was born ready.
Right, let's get this going now. Off we go. Lead on, Miss Keeyanava,
Yes.
Kia lady person.
She
You look
glides
lovely, by
by.
the way.
and let us head upstairs. And they have one of those cool elevators that just bamps you. The accordion gate closes, and then the inner doors close, and they open back up, and you're on the top floor immediately. It's time-space warping. Gate the strings back open, and you see you are now in a very grand room. There's light pouring out across the room. Actually, hang on. Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll share out the image. You are in the throne room. Again, modestly decorated in that while it's very spacious, there's nothing too tacky here or pretentious. A lot of the potted plants are here. 2 giant urns burn with what looks like either not coal but something clean burning. The smoke just dissipating 5-10 feet above the urns, producing light. And sitting on this throne, you see 2 one on either side of the main throne as well. The emerald pillar behind the throne with a lot of the red and golds here as well across the room. The emerald floor, everything you see before you here. Sitting in the throne is... I forgot how ridiculously huge this image is. Hang on a sec. Alright, I'm gonna have to resize this one. Yeah.
Whoa there, Dan.
Whoa.
Holy, okay.
Easy does it there. Yes.
Pretty.
That's a lovely forehead. Lovely.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Got a really big eyebrow.
Awesome. It's a tall, narrow image as you're resizing it in Fantasy Grounds. Queen Alindra.
Oh.
Kia, you've brought some friends. Hello. Please enter. And she steps up off her throne and comes down the step there and starts walking over to all of you as you approach. Kia. Oh, and she runs over and gives Keeyanava a hug, who's still kind of stoic, but like, whoa, like kind of putting up with it, and gives Alindra a pat in the back. Oh, Kia, she, puts her hands on her cheeks. I am so happy that you've returned. It's been almost a week. And who are your friends here? Keeyanava gestures to the Queen. Queen Alindra. Please meet. And did she get everyone's names downstairs? I don't recall. I don't think she really
I don't
asked.
think she asked,
She didn't ask,
Evangeline. She says to her.
I may.
Thaxel. He gives like a nod. And she gestures to Marcon.
Marcon will give a deep bow.
Oh, you don't have to do that. And then gestures to Kaylin.
Kaylin will give a curtsy
Oh.
and look into her bag of goodies and offer a bar of the soap that she just got and say, a gift for you.
Oh, that's delight. Where is that? Makes me think of the desert. How interesting. Thank you so much.
My name is Kaylin. It is a pleasure.
Kaylin. Yes, Kaylin. You look remarkably familiar, but the scar, have we met? I knew a dwarf with a name similar, but she did not have the scar. Do you have a relative?
I have many relatives.
Of course.
But, sometimes we share names, but,
Well, it is a delight to meet you, Kaylin. And she pauses for a moment to give like an extra time to assess Mavriel. Actually, I need to see if she's aware of you. Well, you two have never met, certainly. And you kind of seen her face. You think she might know who you are already.
Emril. And she'll give the appropriate bow.
She gives a similar gesture as to one that, appropriate for you. Well, Keeyanava, you always have quite the interesting crew of people. Please, everyone sit. Thaxel, of course, is asking for booze. Yes. Refreshment will be on the way. What is your business today? And Keeyanava will tell her the plan. Alindra will listen carefully. And well, that would. Yes, that could work. Right. Now, I would have to ask. For subtlety, she, kind of looks around at the group, seeing everyone's clearly able to handle themselves. She's not sure if everyone is capable of being subtle.
Hey, don't look at me. I'm new here.
Kaylin will look at her and lean forward, and with a very relaxed and as friendly as she can muster smile, she'll say, "You have my word. Whatever you say right now will be between us."
Well, I do believe that this would work wonderfully for me. However, I must consider all of you. Certainly we can compensate you. However, my concern is, should anything happen, we would not be able to take responsibility for you. We can add our compensation to make sure that it's measured for that. But you understand, politically, if we are tied to this, this is what we've been looking to avoid. We are under attack, as we have been in the past, and it will likely not be the last time. But the Fomorian Empire below ground seeks to rid the surface of us. Now, we have some incredible allies. Orin, the great parent of all earth elementals, resides here in our kingdom, and we have an accord. His 2 sons as well. There are other groups, such as yourselves, that we can call upon in case of emergency. However, those are forces that can strike a single location and win a single battle. We are in need of forces spread wide to protect all of our citizens in the smaller areas of villages and those in greater need. I cannot accept the forces of our neighboring kingdom. Queen Emril is a new queen, and this peace she offers has only recently been presented as an option. And so we must be wary. We can very much use those forces, but you understand, not at the risk of an invasion. If they were to turn on us, if there are ulterior motives we must consider. And she looks at Mavriel, and of course you understand the delicate nature of the politics here. We are all to work in tandem. However, subterfuge is very common, and this queen is unknown to me.
Ellen leans back and where kind of relaxes, and you could tell by the look on her face, Mavriel and Marcon, that she is so in her zone. This is totally up her alley.
Nice.
So just like, I'm down.
She's vibing hard, is what I'm saying.
She is down.
Nice.
Down the clown, Charlie Brown. All right. All right. Well,
Yes. Does this satisfactory? I would not wish to set you up without being forthcoming. First, making you aware of the fact that we would have to disavow any knowledge of your activities. That being said, we would usher you to safety and do our utmost to protect you, but outright we would have to disavow.
Kaylin will look at her and say, "We were told that we would be able to speak privately about our own needs
Of course.
and or compensations. So perhaps you and I could, when you've done spoken with everybody else, have our own moment to
Yes.
discuss."
I will leave the negotiations up to Keeyanava. That is part of... She looks over and gives a soft smile to her friend. Part of what she handles. I can be there as well if you wish, but there's no way Keeyanava would allow me alone with a stranger. I hope you'll forgive the circumstances.
The least amount of people that know, the better.
Well, I will entrust it to Keeyanava. I entrust her with my life. And she will see to it that your needs are met within our ability to provide them. Yeah. I don't wish to rush you. The gala is set in 1 week's time. And the trip, well, we can get there. The closest route would be to travel from here to Moonstone Keep. And from there we could teleport directly to their kingdom.
and in terms of being open and honest about our side as well,
Yes.
just to be clear, I know that your relationship with the court has been unconventional.
Yes. I know yours has as well.
And it isn't a problem.
I choose to judge people on their own character, not the character of, say, their parents or where they align themselves. There's a very thin line between courts, I believe.
Really. They're pretty much the same thing. But
Yes.
good. As long as you knew what you were getting into.
Thank you. She gives a nice smile too. Well, we can discuss. Keeyanava can discuss your respective, or you can discuss them with the two of us. But for those that wish to keep it more private, you can speak with Keeyanava. Do you all agree?
As long as you agree to our terms, I don't see any issue.
All right. All right, so we'll quickly go down. If there's anything that anyone has in mind, we'll say that you're able to break off into your separate things. Evangeline, do you have anything favor-wise, political-wise, money-wise, or magic-y wise that you would like? I'll start with you.
You ever heard of the ship, Black Death?
That's simply a tale, I thought.
Oh, no, mate. It's my ship.
Oh. But it is no longer in your possession, I take it.
Of course not. Why do you think I'm here?
Ah,
My first day back at land, and I have to go in with this lot. Fuckery.
I see.
Anyway. Mind if I, use your resources to, find out where my ship is and get it back?
Certainly.
And, she's trying to debate whether or not she wants to say it. I'm looking for a certain Blood Hunter.
Oh, do you wish to be saying this separately from the party, like in your own
Yeah,
meeting?
I'm in my own little thingy, separate from the party.
And with just Keeyanava or Keeyanava and Elentra?
We'll do both.
Okay.
I mean, I've lived here, so.
Nice. All right. Do they reside here?
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh, I see.
I'll just to fast forward, I'll just give her the tale of what happened years ago.
Okay.
And see if I could use their resources for that. To see if they can find anybody with that whole deal.
We can certainly attempt to. If we are unable to find anything ourselves, then we will compensate you with rough equivalent of gold required to pursue this on your own. Or at least some leads, if we're unable to get a concrete answer for you. Leads and gold. Perhaps an item that could help you seek them out.
Right. Can I just have the gold?
Of course.
Instead of, yeah.
Of course.
Can I just have the gold? I mean, what's the equivalent we're talking here?
Well, would 12,000 gold pieces suffice?
Oh, absolutely.
Lovely. Then
All
we'll
right.
make it so.
Then gold, and it's gonna be an odd request. A bouquet of your finest roses. Sammy? The
Certainly.
little things.
Of course.
Little things, love.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right.
She's gonna
Dee?
actually take off her glove to shake.
Okay. She'll go. Lindra herself will shake. Yep. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much for agreeing to this. You're doing a great service.
Thank you, and no worries. I don't have anyone living in my family. Also, Keya, can I? Do you mind if I the flower in your hair? Do you mind if I have it?
Let's see. Keeyanava's going to. What's she gonna do? Keeyanava and reaches.
Yes, love. Is it all right?
She'll pass it to you. And sit back down, sort of in like a T shape with the
She's
chairs.
gonna like stand up, kind of flip her coat tails, and give a deep bow. Thank you.
Yes. Certainly not necessary. Thank you. And Elentra will bow back. Nice. All right, Markon. I'll just go along backwards in the thing. What do you have anything in mind, gold item or political favor wise, that you would like?
Mark, I'll actually be looking for an item.
Oh, okay. And are you requesting this separate from the rest of the party?
What'd you say?
Are you getting a private audience, like separate from everyone?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, for sure. For sure.
And both of them, Lindra and Keeyanava, or just?
Oh,
Keeyanava?
yeah, they can both be there. The more ears that hear this, the better.
Nice.
'Cause
Okay.
It'll up his chances of getting what he wants.
Nice. Yes. She struggles for your name. I don't think she caught it.
Markon.
Markon, yes. And have you considered what you wish for?
Yes. I'm looking for 2 items actually.
All right.
If you could do it.
Yes. What are they? We'll see what we can do.
Okay. So I am looking for a decent set of plate mail, all black, if you will, if you can customize the color,
Yes.
or if that's something that you guys can do.
Yes.
And I would also like a pretty strong shield as well. Maybe like it would have the armor would be plate.
Yes.
And the shield would be. It'd be a nice shield.
We do, in fact, yes. Keeyanava, that gift we were given by the, from the Aaron's Maiden. That was the shield, right? Wasn't some sort of arcane shield? And Keeyanava nods. Actually, she'll go get it. She'll go get it, because it's nearby, and return. And she'll whisper a word, and an animated shield springs to life.
Oh.
Something like this. This, I believe, will actually hover in a space in front of you, so you can keep both of your hands free.
Ooh. Oh, Marcon's eyes are gonna light up. Say, ooh, I do like that.
It lasts for a minute, and then you're able to, I believe, redo it again. Section 2, the capacity. All right, for 1 minute, shield falls guarded. Okay. Yeah, it lasts for 1 minute. Of course, you can reactivate it, but small price to pay for the convenience. Is this will this suffice?
Marcon will be like, "Can I?" And he's gonna look at the shield. He's gonna kind of play around with it, so it floats in the air.
Yeah, while holding the shield, you can speak its command word as a bonus action to cause it to animate. So you can hold it and just use it, but it animates. The shield leaps into the air and hovers in your space to protect you as if you were wielding it, leaving your hands free.
Oh, so I could hit them two-handed.
Yeah.
Oh wait, his fighting style is dueling, but that is convenient if he wants to do other things.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Marcon will finish playing around with it. He's like, think I like this. And what have you in the way of heavy armor, if you will?
We could have, we would have you measured, and we could certainly have some black scale made for you, yes. Like a deep onyx color, absolutely.
Oh, it would need to be plate, not scale.
Plate, I'm sorry, yes, of course, plate. Indeed.
Yeah, I only wear plate. It's tough stuff. Plus, I'm not the most dexterous fellow.
Of course.
But
we may have some dragon scale, black dragon scale. I believe it has the strength, but less weight. Strength of plate, but less weight.
Ooh, I do like that.
We'll look into that and see if we can if you consider that an upgrade, we could. I believe it no longer imposes the typical difficulty with being stealthy and maneuvering oneself.
Oh, that could be nice. Could use a little bit more maneuverability. All right, and then what else would I want? Oh, I would also like hazard pay, due to what you said before, where whereas we would have to be disavowed, which I completely understand. It comes with territory for sure, but we also do not know what forces will be awaiting us if we do get discovered.
Yes.
So that's going to be a little bit extra.
She's gonna, look at the shield and stuff and sort of calculate in her head. Would 9,000 gold suffice?
Marcon will look at his notebook, kind of count on like an air abacus.
That's awesome.
and then he'll close the book and be like, "Yeah, that sounds the terms seem fair."
Good. Thank you. You are doing a great thing for the people of Evernight here.
Oh, for sure. I'm sure the people are gonna feel great when we finish this. Yes. Also, do you have? Is there any way that you can put this in writing and notarized, if you will?
Certainly.
That is upheld by Fey law.
Yes.
A legal document, if you would.
We can create a magical contract. We will have to be wary of the wording to not implicate ourselves in the matter, but
absolutely.
We can.
And then I will have my lawyer look over it as well.
Wonderful.
She is well versed in, Fey dealings.
So. Indeed.
Yeah.
Lovely. She gives a, a bow. And they'll call in Caitlin next. Now, Caitlin, do you just want to deal with Keeyanava then? Or both of them?
Oh, she will definitely want to start out with both of them.
Okay.
But at some point, she'll want to give a distancing to prevent, how can we say this? Guilty by association.
Nice. Okay. So the two of you will start in like a side room.
And just with those two at first. She doesn't want anyone else to be aware of this conversation. And she is also going to be looking around to make sure or attempt to assess whether there is the possibility that someone may or may not be listening into their conversation. If that means that I need to cast detect magic, or
yeah, you can do whatever you feel you'd like to do in order to manage that.
He just wants to make sure that. Hold on, let me make sure I have detect magic on this character.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I do. But she is going to. No, I do not. I don't think. Hold on. I do not on this character. Damn it! But she is going to want to look around and make sure that, or do her best to ensure that she is definitely just the three of them.
Okay. I mean, if you were to cast detect magic,
I don't have detect magic.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I mean, you could do. Sorry, it's sort of multitasking failed. So you can do perception check. You can do investigation if you want to like actively walk around and look around. You can do an Arcana check to see if you sense any magic in the area. So for like scrying baubles and things like that.
Since they're all about the same, I guess I'll.
You can do more than one too. It's fine.
Yeah, I will want to walk around and make sure that she is going to make sure the room is secure, and if I can, just because she wants to make sure that. So I'll just roll Arcana and Investigation. I guess.
Sounds good.
So Arcana is a 24. Investigation is a 24.
Nice. Okay. So you take a careful look around. No places for people to be or to peep. Nothing that's looks out of place, and nothing. And Arcana wise, while there's a boatload of Arcana just pouring off of Keeyanava, there's also a fair bit coming off of Alindra, in that she's an Eladrin as well. And
if there's any windows, she's going to close the curtains.
Nice. It's a pretty secure room with two really big windows in the back that are currently letting light in, but they seem to be opaque in a weird way. Like if you look out currently, you can't see out of them. In fact, Alindra will probably let you know as she sees you looking. You're welcome if it eases your mind, of course, to close the curtains. The windows themselves block anyone from scrying or eavesdropping against our will. This is
are there
secure.
any servants in the room?
No.
Okay. Or guards or anybody else? Just the three of them, right?
Just the three of you. Mm-hmm.
You'll forgive me for my paranoia, but
Of course. Best to be safe. We also wish to have no one hear of this.
And of course, and I understand that. In fact, it is something that I have spent many years perfecting. So I have a few requests. But you'll forgive me if some of them I'm going to ask now. And then the rest I'll ask, and she'll look to the Queen and say, I apologize in advance. I mean no disrespect. But there will be a point when I will request just to speak with her alone,
Of course.
because the less who know,
Ah,
the better.
no offense taken. I completely
So-
understand.
If I'm understanding, you're wanting us to handle a situation, perhaps, that may require the demise of someone, if necessary. Is this true? If they mean a severe threat.
Sorry, you're asking if you can do what if they're
She's asking, as a part of this subterfuge, does that also mean that someone may or may not have to be killed? Privately, as quietly as possible.
I would never ask you to not defend yourself. But no, I do not wish anyone to be killed or tortured for information. And
That's a shame.
I know
I'm really
it's.
good at that.
I do apologize. I imagine it might lessen the means with which to gather this information.
Every challenge is worthy.
Thank you for understanding. But if you find yourself under attack or threat of life, please do what you must to protect yourself.
So I will ask, is there anyone that you absolutely trust that we may meet?
This kingdom and most that you will meet at the gala have been there for much longer than our kingdom has been around. I established this a kingdom. It was finally bequeathed to me perhaps 200 years ago. The kingdom of Olengard has been around for several millennia. Most of those that rule there have done nothing but look down their noses at me. I have no one there that I trust, and the queen is new to power.
All right. So, having said that, I will do my best, and I give you my word that at least on my part, so long as we can come to an agreement that is upheld, then you have my word that I will do my best to ensure that my part does not lead back to you. But it is at this point that I would prefer if you left the room. No offense.
I understand. Thank you for considering taking this on. And she'll excuse herself, just leaving Keeyanava.
She'll look to Keeyanava and say, I'm a woman of many talents. For this, I will need a few things. I will need to know the names of 3 people, and I will need to see 2 people before we leave that are here, and I apologize, but please forgive me. And she'll shift into the queen's presence, like into the queen's figure, right in front of her. Again, and she'll say it as much as she can mimic the queen. I am a woman of many talents. And then she'll shift back into the dwarf.
It would seem so.
So I will need at least 2 people that you know of here that will be accepted there or unknown to them.
Yes.
And then I will also need the names of 3 people that would assist me in getting whatever information I can for you. And that also will require, obviously, some form of compensation. Unlike my companions, who may seek to ask for money up front, I prefer to not be the let me empty your bank right now kind of person. And perhaps over time, no, not perhaps, but definitely, over time you can see to it that funds are delivered to me in parcels, small over time with that way I don't have to carry large sums. I will
This
need
can be
a
done.
special weapon,
Which weapon do you seek?
a dagger. It has a few properties. As far as I know, it's not necessarily the strongest, but just it does need to have a sharp blade, and in the event that there is some form of how can I say this? Need to, we shall say, borrow life for my own.
Yes.
I don't. I hear that it's some form of, and I know it's a big ask. So I would only ask that the overtime total amount that you pay me for this, given my skills, would be 15,000 gold. But again, over time, not necessarily upfront.
We can do 12,000 gold pieces, either up front or over time as you wish, and I can procure the dagger for you. Before we leave, I will have it in your hands.
There's one more thing that I ask. A favor.
Speak it.
There are many things that cause me to give pause to being in a place I'm unfamiliar with. And while I don't have anyone that would obviously reap any benefits, the favor that I do ask is there's a shopkeeper that goes by the name of Kirby in town.
Ah, Kirkby, yes.
Yes, that's
yes.
Kirby. I am quite inspired by some of the items there, and I get the feeling that his shop will become more and more popular over time. Perhaps you could see to it that he has a new assistant and maybe send people his way, and if anything happens to me, any of the remainder of what is owed to me is sent to him instead, in the event of my demise.
We could lessen your payout by 500 gold and hire a permanent worker for the next 15 years or so. If those terms are agreeable, we could certainly do this.
If 500 gold over 15 years, you say?
Yes, if we were to pay you 11,500 gold instead, we could use that 500 gold difference to pay the salary of an assistant or two for
And
10 or
the
15
assistant,
years.
and then Kirkby would not be required to pay the assistant, correct?
Correct.
I would also like a dress for Nathara, perhaps a small mirror to show her how beautiful she is. And she'll hold up the doll again and smooth her hair.
Nice. Well, you know what? Let's do a fresh check to see if she says anything. Oh, damn these rolls. Yes. We'll see that it receives dollware.
Thank you. I do trust that you'll keep my disclosure as quiet as you expect me to keep this situation.
I will speak of it to no one.
And I have your word.
Unless there is need for me to inform the Queen, only under dire circumstances where that is important, relevant information. Those are the only circumstances in which I would need to speak of it. Never in front of anyone else. Never to anyone else, and only to the Queen under those dire circumstances. Only if it is relevant information that may assist you or save the kingdom. I can't foresee it being such, but
She'll extend her hand to shake. Thank you.
She gives a good firm shake. I'll have the dagger to you before you leave.
She nods. She'll smooth over Nathar's hair as she exits.
They'll call in Thaxel next, and Thaxel will come out, and you'll see a servant come over and bring like a bunch of booze bottles and set them down over by Thaxel, and we'll let Thaxel do whatever else she asks for off stream, of course, since she's not here. And then Alindra and Keeyanava are there, and they call for Mavriel next. Do you want to meet with both of them?
Meet with both of them, and she's more than happy to do it in front of the group.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then Alindra will be, out. She's already out there, probably mingling a bit with everybody. She's has a little bit of, and she's got some regality to her, of course, but she's also sort of excited about new people, new things. She hasn't lost that
sense of wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Keeyanava, of course, comes out, very stoic, and yes, or Keeyanava jumps in, not Keeyanava, Alindra jumps in. Right, Maeve, may I call you Maeve?
Of course, you may.
You can call me Lynn.
Thank you. Well, I trust that Kaylin would ask for all of the information, the dossiers, whatever it is that we need to execute this without any issues. So she's very good at this. So I'll let her handle that part. For me, I'm just in search of really a bauble of sorts. Yeah, just right. A small shard from an ancient elemental. Could you help me find that?
She's just going to do her quick check. Oh. Yes, you see her weighing out like the cost of the ask versus Yes, I do believe I could. I would have to make a request.
I'm so sorry. Oh, I got a message. Inconvenient timing. I apologize. What were you saying?
Yes, I can make a request of Orvin. Should suffice for any needs, I imagine. And I do believe he will give such a thing.
Fantastic.
Yes, he has expressed a certain amount of feeling indebted to all we've done for peace here. So, yes, I believe I can get this for you, so that will take a day or two, but we have a day or two before we must leave. So,
Dan, can I tell, is she concerned that I'm asking for one?
go and make an insight check with your killer insight thing.
Oh, wrong mouse. Insight. So 22.
Oh, you actually can't quite tell.
Yeah.
It's tough to tell whether she has an innate concern for that, or whether or not it's just her having to ask for such a thing, and what the cost of that is to her and the kingdom. She's very much about the kingdom. So it's tough to tell.
Okay.
It's pretty close, but kind of tough to tell. Maybe.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
I will see that it is done. Do you require any financial support as well?
Well, I don't know. I realize that it's just an item, but I understand that it's a unique item. Unless
Yes,
you feel that there's an additional, portion to it that you need to add, I'm fine with this agreement.
What you are all doing, each of you, means a great deal to the people of this kingdom and to me. I wish to see you all well compensated for the risk you take. I can grant you an additional 4,000 gold pieces on top of the item you request, and to see that you are cared for well after handling this task. I'm sure that you will play a key role. Right, she doesn't really know about Caitlin, so yeah, I'm sure you will play a key role in this.
That is very generous.
It is the least we can do. What you are, each and every one of you are doing, will have an impact on everyone in this kingdom. The children in distant towns, to the adults working hard every day to make this kingdom a better, safer place. Your gold will be given. You'll be paid up front unless you wish to be paid otherwise. Any items that you have requested will be given before we leave. And we'll have 2 days to rest before we travel to Moonstone Keep.
Sounds like enough time to prepare. She'll kind of look at everyone else to confirm.
As long as you have a decent barber, I clean up pretty nice.
We do the best indeed. In fact, all right. So
I sense a ladies' night.
Poor Marcon.
Axel's already drinking out of the thing. Yeah! Let's go, y'all. I'm going to bump time forward a bit. Okay. Just to keep the flow going. So pause me if you have something you want to interject. But otherwise, you get the funds. You get the for everyone that's getting an item, they'll get their items. Marcon, you've got the dragon scale, black dragon scale, which is effectively a plate. It's like plate except it's dragon scale. So it has the same AC, but you don't have disadvantage on stealth things. Actually, I'll give you all the specifics. So there might be little extra bonus things. So Kaylin, you're given the dagger. Maeve, you are, and we'll even maybe roleplay that off stream because that's kind of cool. So you'll get your item. Caleb, we might roleplay your dagger off stream because it's kind of cool. I'll try and give everyone, at least in chat, if not in a video call, some roleplay with it. Same for Evangeline. Thex will get the rest of her stuff.
The only thing that Kaylin would want to do extra is spend time with her book, and
okay,
she's really needing that time.
Gotcha. Okay. Right. Right.
You can do that off stream unless you want to do it on stream. It doesn't matter.
We'll do it. We'll let you do that. There's something coming up, but not quite. The things aren't quite aligned yet, but we've got some stuff coming up with that, which will probably actually be next session during our travels. Okay. So the day comes. Everyone, actually I'll put it in everyone's inventory, but everyone gets 2 of the regular healing potions, and then there are 3 of the graders given out to the party, and I will find out from all of you who wants to get what out of that. I mean, everyone will have the 2 basic. Yeah. So the travel begins. There are open top wagons that have like a detachable roll down top for if and when it rains. They have some comfortable padding. They're spacious. There's a few servants that are coming along with. And Keeyanava and Alindra are traveling with you as they're heading to the city of Ringway Mori, which is, you'll see. It's a pretty exciting city, and that's where Moonstone Keep resides. It's like if crap hits the fan, it's the last-ditch defensible area. It's built into the side of a mountain. And you begin heading there, where a teleportation circle is to bamf you right to the palace, or the main kingdom, capital city of this neighboring country. So you get a little time to spend with Alindra as this travel begins. The first day, she's chatty, but not like shut up already chatty. She minds her business. She actually is finding a little companionship in you, Maeve. I'm not sure how much you may or may not be up for sharing with her if you feel like sharing anything, but
Yeah.
she'll share a little bit of her past with everyone, but you'll be there where she is. Her full name is she's Lady Alindra Uladon, Queen of Evernight and Countess Enimarta, which is sort of.
Oh wow! Can you say that again?
I'll put that in chat. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, thanks.
Nice. Yeah.
That was a lot.
Yeah, she's got one of those titles.
Overload.
And so she's the so Keeyanava will fill you in on some of the parts that Alindra's too modest to share. That while she's been ruling this land for 2 centuries now, she should have received that land centuries before that. But her parents were actually banished from the Fae. They don't give a reason why, but they were ostracized from the court and completely banished from the Fae. So she was looked down on hardcore for that. Yeah. She was finally given her title only after successfully leading troops to a victory in a key battle against that first incursion of the Fomorian kingdom. So she was looked down upon, treated as weak, treated as a traitor because of her parents' actions. And in that battle, when the battle was falling apart, all the actual leaders, mostly men, as there's this Aren's Malin, which is like the king's court, and it's a bunch of dudes. It's a bro setup. And not as much anymore, but it was during this time. They were all, again, looking down their nose at her, but they all got they were losing this battle of a key city. They all started getting scared shitless and cowering. Some were retreating. So she took charge. She rallied the troops and won the battle with some very clever tactics and impressive magical prowess. And was finally, they had to acknowledge her in some regards. So they gave her Evernight, which was only Ringway Mori with Moonstone Keep. That's it. All anyone could ever manage. It was such a wild kingdom. So here, have the craptastic, thing where all this battle takes place and no one's been able to settle it. And she has. So that's a bit of her backstory that she'd share. Let's see, we continue, and she talks a little more about her concerns. Just sharing, yes, this, I'm so concerned with this sudden proposal. It's been some time, perhaps, nearly a year now, and she looks at Maeve, because you also get that, time, a year isn't really that long here. And that time operates very differently here in the Feywild. And this queen took, she took her role as queen, but she's a queen I'm unfamiliar with. I don't often speak with the court or with Aren's Malin, and I'm not in the know as far as new rulers and new nobility and such. However, I just don't. There's so much to distrust. I do hope that you're able to find. I'll be attending the gala as well, of course, as well as Keeyanava, but we will be visible and clearly seen where we need to be, so as there'll be no suspicion on us. If are any of you able to speak telepathically or work with message or sending?
When she asks, Kaylin will look at her and say, "We all have our talents," in her mind.
Nice.
Oh, what?
Well.
I'm sorry, I'm not even paying attention to this.
Oh, it's quite all right. I will use this sending spell if I have any questions or notice anything myself, so as to keep information out of sight, out of people's minds, except yours.
There's more than one of us, so I think we're pretty well covered.
That is a relief. Please, see what you can find, of course, about plans. There is Evangelina, the naval officer, and she'll... I don't have the name, I'm sorry, but she'll give you the name.
You're fine.
Yeah.
You're good.
That holds a key role, apparently, here in this kingdom. Has been there for quite some time. There are... I've imagined that... she's going to actually, I'll put the list together and give it to you, but she gives you 3 different names of individuals with different ranks and roles there that she thinks might be easy to access at this party and might have information as to whether or not this is shady or not. I would advise against attempting to contact the queen herself, unless, of course, you feel that it is necessary. I'll leave that at your discretion. She'll likely be guarded at all times with a keen eye on any new faces that approach her. But again, I will leave that up to you. Here are your invitations, just so that I have passed these out and do not forget. And there's fancy, they're not in envelopes, they're just fancy cards with white cards, white print, gold, sort of feathery filigree with invitation and everything.
As soon as she gets the invitation, Kaylin is going to look at Nathara, her little porcelain doll, and say, "Oh, is this the invitation you meant?"
Well, you don't get quite a response. It's just back to that like rosy cheek, big smile, the porcelain doll, closed mouth smile, super big eyes.
Because I'm going to get plastered.
Maybe not while we're working.
We are doing this for plastered.
Alright. You'll suck.
Look, we can have all the fun you want before or after, but maybe not during.
We need you sharp as you can be.
When you say sharp,
Did it blade up your ass?
Abari is going to take out this dagger from her hip, and when she pulls it out, the hilt of the dagger has a very curious point at the end, almost like serpent fangs, and it curls, like goes up and over. I'll put a picture of it in Discord for you guys. Curls up and over, and the mouth of the serpent actually opens up over the blade, and it has a really wavy kind of bottom, and the top of it has jagged portions on it. And when she goes to slide it back, you realize that the holster is actually a serpent shape and has various blue-looking gems on it. But I'll post it in Discord here in just a second.
Nice.
She seems very happy about this dagger, and you guys have never seen her actually wield a weapon before.
Oh,
So
right.
They've nobody's ever seen her. Well, except for even Evie has never seen her, but more importantly, you guys have never seen her wield a weapon before.
That's awesome.
It looks like she is at one with the way that this dagger moves in her hand.
That's awesome. Nice. All right, you continue. You're getting close.
Cuddle my flowers.
That's awesome. Awesome. You're making your way across, the countryside here. Lots of woods. You're on an open path that has a good, 20 feet cleared on either side of this wooden path, dirt path. So a bit of a bumpy ride, but you're getting ready to camp for the first night when she passes out these invitations. And as you give them a glance, again, white paper, just folded once, and has all the fancy gold filigree and everything, and it gives the eloquent speech of you're cordially invited, this and this and this. and it has a signature of like the regent and the this and the that, and at the very bottom it has the queen's name and signature, which is Queen Nobelle Emril. And that's where we'll end tonight's session. Of course, I don't think any of you would even recognize such a name, except Vaxel.
Well, yeah. Maeve doesn't, but
What's going on in the Feywild? So a little insight into the name for anyone that's in chat that doesn't know. So we've had a couple crossovers between Stormfall and Lament. And in the first crossover, a character joined Sam that plays what's her current character? Fart. My brain shut off. Oh my gosh, I'm stuck on her last character, on her drow, and I can't get past it for some reason in my catalog.
Nobella? Wait,
her current character.
Oh, her current character.
I'm just shut off. Oh, Erinwin. Jeez.
Erinwin,
Wow, my
yeah,
brain was just
yeah.
locked up.
I was like, it must be something else because it can't be Erinwin because he'd remember that one.
Yeah, nope. I should. Oh, Steph, so they got their invitation for this queen, right? And it had all these different names, like the regent and so on and so forth. At the bottom it had the queen's name, Queen Nobelle Emril. And so for those that don't know, Nobella was a character Sam played for weeks, like a couple of months before the crossover. And the whole while it was an in to get to this, get what she needed from this Rivenlost, where the crossover took place, to like get back at the party and some other things, where she turned back to her original character, or Mia, the very first character she played over in Stormfall. So the character's name in the crossover that shanktanked everybody was Nobella. Her very first character's name that turned into a lich, and is this character she shifted back into, is Ormia Emril. So, double whammy. And this queen's name, Nobella Emril. So, yeah. Nice. She's got your cloak.
I guess it's not my cloak anymore.
Well, look for the queen. Maybe she'll have a fancy cloak on.
Yeah. If that bitch has a cloak, y'all, we're just going to straight up assassinate her.
So, that's awesome. Yeah, she just raced new queen about a year ago, came into power. And this Feywild place where time operates differently. It's strange.
Oh, yeah.
Dan.
You'll see what's going on.
I'm not comfortable anymore.
Ooh, Tasha's gonna be pissed.
Yeah, she wasn't here for all the things. So sorry. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Oh, no.
All right.
I'm really excited for this because this really plays into Amari's capabilities.
Yes.
And I finally got my dagger.
Yes. Yes.
First commission piece I've ever had done.
That's awesome.
So excited to actually be able to use it.
I can't wait for our
Maybe.
planning
Or at least
session,
have it.
our off-screen planning session. What did I write down? We need code names. We need walkie-talkies. We need
We
we
need
need
headsets.
personas. Yes. Yeah, we need the one in the watch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Missions a go, guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be super interesting, Kayla.
Moving across
Steph.
now.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, because if she sees Kaylin, Dark Kaylin, she's like, wait. So Alindra was like, because Alindra's met Kaylin, so she was politely seeing what was going on.
And the fact that, and here's my thing, and the fact that Amari knows that Kaylin's been seen here, that's why she asked for other people. Because
But you were supplied, really, yeah.
Yeah, so she is definitely going to be back next week with a different look,
Nice.
which is probably going to shock the shit out of Evie.
That's right.
Just before they get into town, Dark Kaylin's gonna slip away to be a little different. So I guess the Queen would probably see that.
I'll talk to you later about it.
That's
She's
amazing.
she's definitely, because she heard her talking about that, which is why she asked for other people. So she's going to be back next week with a new look.
Yes. Awesomes. I'll get you a rough description of the three people and their demeanors and accents and such.
Thank you.
No problem. All right, so we will wrap up here for the night. Thank you all for hanging out late. And thank you for putting up with my donation spam there. I'm trying to get a computer thing set back up so that I can continue streaming and keep things moving. Computer is ready to die. It's old. It's shut off on 2 nights now because the processor's overheating. So no pressure to worry if it can't. Anyone that can, it's super greatly appreciated. I'll keep everyone updated as we move along with that and make that happen. Yay! So, my gosh. Well, for shame I don't have the schedule up here yet on this one because it's been that long. Let me add that so I can put up our schedule. For anyone new.
I need to give you guys the info for the 2 new ones.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to have to update it again, and we might need a different setup to get all the things in here. For anyone that is new and you're wondering, wow, what is this amazing campaign I was just watching? This is our Tuesday night campaign, Kier's Lament. It's our all-evil group, so you'll see a different take on things here as far as how they process requests and honor amongst thieves and things like that. Tomorrow night, you'll be, oh my gosh, I'm so far behind on this, but tomorrow night is our weekly talk show, as Vic cleverly named. It's our D&D therapy, where we have a few guests from across campaigns, as we have so many across the channel, across the week, to talk about things that have happened in different campaigns, take viewer questions in Discord and live on stream, and answer them. Talk a little bit about the characters, what our thoughts are, motivations, what we think of other things going on. We have nothing on Thursday night because, Critical Role isn't running now, but that's a big thing for a lot of us, I think. So Friday night is our Stormfall campaign, all the feels, definitely our 90210 campaign. I think that's what I should call it. For those that get
Twin
there.
Peaks.
Yeah. Twin Peaks, that's awesome. Yeah, it's even better. And that's all of these run 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern that I've listed so far. And then let's see, Saturday we have our Court of Thorns. We're going to be having, I think, in a couple weeks.
Tower of Dreams on the 9th.
Tower of Dreams starts on the 9th, and that's, I think, 5:30 to 8:30 Eastern. These are all Eastern time, too. No.
It's 6 to 9 Eastern.
6 to 9 Eastern. Okay, and then at 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern, we have Court of Thorns, which our own Kim runs and DMs. Yes, and that's Scary Voodoo, F with Your Mind campaigns. Do not miss it.
Totally screwing with their minds. And
It's amazing.
I haven't even really started yet.
That's awesome.
I'm at it now. I'm starting to get in, and we'll just say I planted a few seeds.
Nice. Warm up complete.
Literally.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
And then Sunday, starting at the end of next month, we'll have what's the name and time, Kim?
It is Equilibrium, and it starts at 5 p.m. Eastern.
Nice.
It is a little bit different of a campaign.
Ooh, yeah.
We're wholesome. We're adventuring in Wildemount, and it is a group of acolytes of Mistra that are going around Wildemount, placing magical items, creating spell scrolls, creating puzzles for adventurers, all the fun things, but it's intended to be wholesome. We've been calling them the hippie group because they are also trying to make people happy and do nice things for them.
Nice.
So it's our wholesome campaign, if there was ever one, or at least that's the intent.
Nice.
We'll see.
Yeah, that's always the intent, right?
Right, yeah. How do we end up making Tomb of Annihilation? Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
That escalated quickly.
Here. Yes.
Awesome. You catch. And what's this? Do you have? Was that a definite start date, or is that a rough idea? I don't want to say.
The definite start date. Our first live session will be on the 31st. So every Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern, up until the let me go to May.
Sunday.
The 17th. Sunday the 17th is the last pre-campaign discussion.
Okay.
The 24th we won't be live because that's our session 0.
Yep.
And we'll be going live on the 31st.
Okay. So join us for that. We have a couple other things brewing as well. So, yes. And then every Sunday night, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern, you can catch our Proper Naughty campaign, DM'd by our very own Vic. Yay. Oh, it's so wonderful. We had such a terribly sad session a couple sessions ago with Pepino.
And then a terribly ridiculous session.
Yes.
Somebody do finger
Last
guns
week.
for me, please.
And then...
Wait, I need aviators.
Nice. I love when he flipped him down, and I'm like, nope, I'm out.
Oh, no, he's going to go back.
Oh, no.
Yeah, there you go.
And then he walked away. I'm like, stop. It's too great and too much. And then every Monday night, we have the Forsaken, our quest hoarder campaign. But it has a lot of political intrigue, forbidden magic, and other interesting things. And that's
Side quest hoarders.
Yes, for real. We never finish them. We get all of them. We have our main quest is 2 objectives, and when you go to the side quest list, it's just scrolling. And that's DM'd by our very own Steph. She runs that. Yeah. All right, and that wraps up our schedule. How crazy, huh? I think I'm going to need to make a video and just play a video. Be like, here's what we've got.
I'm telling you, yeah.
It'd be easier. But thank you all so much. Thank you, players. It's so great. Thank you for your patience with me, players and viewers. And it's been so great to play with you here again, get back into the groove. And welcome again, Melissa, to Tuesday Night's All Evil campaign. Love the accent, love the character, love the pirate jacket. All the cool. Thank you, everyone. I hope you all have a wonderful night. And, well, gosh, we'll catch... you know what? Give me a quick second, because we have so many wonderful folks in chat right now. I really like to pass the love along. I'm going to quickly jump on Twitch and see if I can find a fun Dungeons & Dragons channel to raid to continue everyone else's fun night, in case you have other things that you want to be, more D&D for the night.
Okay, Kier's friends. We are planning this week. And I've been texting with Tasha to tell her this is subterfuge. So we need to plan.
Oh, we can definitely plan after.
Yeah.
Or we can talk a little. I have time.
Yeah, because we need to plan. We can't just go in and wing it, please.
Yeah,
for the love of God.
We can't go on this. We can't go on this raw.
No. I definitely want to make sure we take the time. I definitely want to make time. I've got.
Have a great night, everyone. I'm going to send us over with the raid. Bye.
Bye.